the thing is, we haven't even got like a repeated champion yet, so who knows?
That's fair.
Who knows? This could be the week, but we'll see real quick who's gonna be first winner for this stream match. SageMando versus Revegeance.
But like the Jun Kazama and Bryan, I've been looking to see a lot more people play Jun, so I'm really excited to see what SageMando has for us. Nice little Gen transition into there to get Revegeance against the first knockdown.
Oh, that back four was crucial, but unfortunately couldn't get the follow-up, but they can. SageMando is about to open up Revegeance and get this great wall combo, but unfortunately the wall ender will be whiffed.
No proper punish on the power crush right there, and that counter hit down forward 4 against the wall almost put Revegeance to death, but he does have rage right now. He can bring it back.
Oh, this is huge. That hatchet kick counter hit cuts it down, and Revegeance stays alive in the first round.
That hatchet kick, remember, it doesn't hit grounded, and it almost makes it hurt even more when you find out you got killed by standing up. Speaking of which, you got hugely counter hit right there. Hey. Back 4?
Ignite with the snake eyes. Tony, I think we just had a reality check. It's just the first match. We just had a reality check.
For sure, and we're already getting top back 4s and these amazing sway back 1s. These snake eyes attacks, they're just super awesome. But Jet Dapper already unfortunately drops the combo. They can be difficult to get, even if you get the high execution starter, but Revegeance is showing out today.
Revegeance is here for vengeance. The violence, he woke up and chose it immediately this morning, and it came through to tonight when he needs it the most. And he just laughs on through. Talk to me about that. Talk to me how we blinked for a second, and next thing you know, Revegeance is up 1 game with a clean 3-0.
Well, I think there's not much talking to be done. You tech rolled, and then you got taunted, and Revegeance has been in the lab. He's been training. You know, you were out there working. The Bryan players have been training. You were out there putting your kids to sleep. The Bryan players have been training, and they've been putting those taunts on for us. First game, we get a taunt jet upper? Are you serious?
2 of them. 2 of them. Are you like... And the thing is, the very first round, he whiffed it.
Yeah.
He missed... It was a miss hit. But it seems like the wall will be taken away here just for a little bit. We are going to Yakushima, which is the biggest area for Tekken 8. And I don't blame SageMando for picking this because he was getting pressured a lot. Let's see how SageMando is able to adjust through this second match.
SageMando liking that down forward 4 a lot more than somebody should against somebody in jet upper range. It is a -14 attack. Revegeance scores another great knockdown here. Misses the low stalker kick follow-up, but gets the heavy side kick counter hit, gets a combo finisher, and slams him down to the ground. What a sick combo we saw right there.
And keeping that momentum for Revegeance, but SageMando activates heat and will get the grab. It's a little bit of a counter hit, so the frame window is a little bit tighter. Down to counter hit.
Perfect opportunity. SageMando using those small options to try to catch Revegeance using their bigger buttons, but Revegeance just keeps getting these big counter hits and stopping SageMando's pressure, but he does have heat right now.
He took it back from last game. He can definitely do it again. He got 30 seconds left to play. Heat in hand and rage on deck. Another counter hit and the soccer kick. Revegeance. 2 rounds up and a goal. Already on set points. And we're going to start it off with a counter hit back 1. The tried and true.
Yes, sir. That is the button. We've known it since Bryan existed. He's going to go 6 rounds straight on this man and run the down forward 2-1 sway back 1. So for those of you that don't know, the sway back 1, that new sway back punch that he has, which is so cool, by the way. I think
the mock breaker 442, it's heat, but doesn't launch. But he definitely wanted the big boy damage out of that. But enough of that. Speaking of big boy damage, we got Victor on the screen. Did we talk about Victor's damage lately?
Just getting hit by Explosion or Excalibur 1 time is just gonna destroy you. Let's talk about Lili's neutral right here. It is really difficult to do anything against her when she is back turn situation, but we are going to get a back turn situation for McBiggs out here while we are back turned. Another heat engager. We are getting started.
And we are styling through and teleporting through the round as McBiggs took that pretty convincingly against ExDruidic. Beautiful step there, McBiggs.
3-1 right there. Druidic has got their back against the wall. Not a great situation. Tries to Matterhorn, really trying to steal those turns back with these turn stealing tools. But look at this pressure out here, teleporting on this man like we're in Dragon Ball Z land. Get him, send him downstairs too.
The Elegant Palace has a secret basement there, but ExDruidic's gonna try to answer back, but no cigar. McBiggs once again. Aggressive. And ExDruidic unfortunately gets caught, and McBiggs continues on the pressure here. Nice down back to the counter, but not much.
Yeah, but ExDruidic is starting to figure out where to start challenging, where to start getting in their buttons right there. Oh, that was going to be safe too. They have so much damage. Look at all the chip that you have to take for that. It's so much. But the heat smash puts McBiggs almost in that space where he was going to die. But luckily, had just enough whiff recovery to not get hit by the ReyJr after the back swing. And Druidic gets that round.
In a clutch fashion as well. ExDruidic tries to do the unthinkable. It goes for a snake edge. Immediately gets the Matterhorn, but thankfully McBiggs was using armor to be able to crush the power from that. Oh, this is huge. He's in hazard area. One mistake. One mistake.
They didn't get wall splat right there, but finally gets hit by one of the sword lows. Remember that you can't low parry that, even though you may want to. Great while standing 1+2. Nice mid right there, and McBiggs sends it for us. That's a sick Victor custom. I love that we're allowing customs in TNS. As expressive as the gameplay is for Tekken, the customization has always been super important for us as well as players. So for us to get to show off our Tekken fashion and us to get to check it out, I think it's dope.
And as well, with the new Tekken news as well, with the legacy costumes coming back, oh, the possibility is endless. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Of course, with other news as well, you know, like with Eddie.
Oh, get me started on Eddie. You know, it's that time, especially when we have our homie Spiro Jin in Florida showing out as he has been. Neither here nor there, though. We got ourselves Arena Underground, one of the most explosive stages out there. Small stage, you can get a wall explosion and send them to the other side and still get wall combo with a lot of characters on this stage. So this is a great stage for you want to kill him now and kill him quick.
Hey, we're gonna start it off immediately with ExDruidic with the backswing, and just like what you said, McBiggs is already near to the wall and immediately go to the neutral ground. Explosion.
Negative 20 when you block that when he's not in heat, and he was not in heat.
You saw that? Did you saw that little wave dash that Lili was able to have to dodge the bullet?
Yeah, and the do glide.
Yeah, ExDruidic getting the first round up on the board, looking a little bit more stable here from the first game.
Druidic has been having trouble getting their follow-ups here. Missed the punish on the 4-4-2 Shining, and that's really scary. But luckily, they were able to pick up in the middle of this, in the middle of Biggs trying to do the up 1+2. They got double ones of those and went mid instead. That button is really bad if it gets blocked, but luckily it did not get blocked.
Yo, we got anti-airs in Tekken 8. Let's go.
Let's go. Meet him versus
the Matterhorn. But misses out on a launch punish. Both of them unable to get their launch punish from earlier, but we get the wall burst with McBiggs. And you know what you said earlier, one wall to another. Spends the heat, adds a little bit of ignition. And the throw, unfortunately, unable to break, but still have a little sliver of health.
Is Lili, though, she can have great snowball potential. That one was safe because he was in heat. ExDruidic was doing a lot of those. He's doing a lot of the down forward 3+4s, those little hopovers that will leave Lili in back turn, and they're falling short of their effectiveness. And hopefully they can bring it back here. Great counter hit that they had for this, and they're going to get something close to corner pressure here.
And nice control back to McBiggs with the jab and to the low to get the pacing right to him. But the momentum keeps shifting back and forth, and McBiggs breaks it with the throw of his own. Slow it there, and the counter hit. This is possible hazard.
Oh, not quite. He just gets the sidewall here, but still plenty of damage.
No punish with the forward 4-2.
Yeah, this is point blank as well. Like, you definitely want to do that. Another great flow out of the Excalibur. You know he wants to do it again, and he did. And that's going to give us a final round situation. ExDruidic needs this to survive.
Yep, set point versus survival point once again. And McBiggs is making it explosive for himself.
Ooh, that is not launch punishable. You want to low parry that. -12, one of their better buttons. You know what's an even better button though? Matterhorn.
And that is just so unfortunate and demoralizing for McBiggs because Matterhorn has a huge high crush potential, and that's exactly what happened. But
here comes
high
the power
crush, he could be crushing the
Another
dreams.
one tries to launch punish it again. I don't know what is in their mind thinking that they can launch punish this move. Another Matterhorn? You're a mad lad. Madderhorn, more like. McBiggs takes that for ExDruidic being a little bit too greedy in that situation.
But we'll be seeing the tried and true. That tried and true. Kazuya Mishima versus DrQuank Alisa.
Amazing movement in this game. You know, just like that right there. One backdash will get her out of situations that other characters could not get out of. Just like that situation right there. Ooh, the gates of hell throw. We are loving the depth of the move list that we get to see here by these Mishima.
You heard the back crack?
Yeah.
Oh, down for +2. You can't duck that anymore. Unfortunately, that move jails. But Armaku don't matter because he activates the heat and puts on the pressure with a forward 4 axe kick.
Ooh, Armaku almost snuck that down forward 1, down forward 2 in there. The hell sweep from dual boot now is so wild, but Armaku says I got a hell sweep of my own, and DrQuank says no, I think I don't want to eat any more of those. I like that hop kick and get you in some trouble.
What a bait from the spring kick for DrQuank, but unfortunately the wall standing too electrifies the damage. And talk about regaining the heat, being aggressive. This is what you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, that backdash getting out of the way of Armaku's down back 4 yet again. Oh, Armaku gets the flash punch and was able to survive another interaction, and because of that, gets the left splits kick to finish it off after the scramble.
Yeah, gets caught ducking as well. You saw her duck, and Armaku gets the forward 4-3, and the mid will opt out. Now Armaku's already on match point that quick. No duck there by the heat engager. Super
trying
close.
to backdash and get away from the chainsaws. Chainsaws can be so difficult to deal with in this game. And look at all of that. The quick trim to finish. That's her fastest button out of Destruction. And she definitely destroyed that man's haircut.
Yeah, Destruction Sun's down 2. Quickly chipping Armaku down. Let's play the spacing game. We are in Coliseum Fate, the second biggest stage for the second 8th stage roster.
Notice Armaku doing a lot of backdashing and DrQuank doing a lot of these approaches.
There we go.
And Armaku just waiting for his opportunity to be able to get the victory. Twin Pistons is now an immediate tornado, kind of a nerf from Tekken 7, but with the heat burst, that allows you to get into heat. And oh my gosh, he just cut the last active frame of that and took the worst part of it.
Yeah, that could have changed the entire environment, but unfortunately, it did not, and we got 10 seconds left to play. DrQuank spends the heat smash and chops it down. We got ourselves a final round.
That was just a last-second duck right there by Armaku, and it was just fortunately the wrong move right there. Oh, no duck on the 3-1 in that situation. Getting touched with your toes. That is a counter hit confirmable string down forward 1-2, and you got hit by it twice right there. And that is, I was actually playing Alisa yesterday, and I had never played Alisa before, but when I learned that she has a counter hit confirmable down forward 1 string into chainsaw transition, I was like, this thing is crazy. Now, the thing is that the second hit of that string is a high.
Yep.
Now, I didn't see Armaku duck that high when they were able to block the down forward one right there. So maybe that could be something that Armaku can look for in the next game, is looking out for when DrQuank is trying to find those counter hits and be able to get that, you know, that string that has a high in it, and Armaku can get that nice quick duck into a 13 frame while standing twin pistons. But we shall see. Armaku goes for the small stage here. Let's see how he's going to bring it back.
Fortunately, he was only able to do it once. After that, no cigar. He's been trying to opt out with the down back 1+2 as well a lot. It is a safe move. It gives a little bit of pushback trying to get control, but so far not so much. 1-2-4. No counter hit on the 4. Opts out. Tries again, but the last active trade able to catch the heat engager for Armaku.
That down 4 1+2 is now a jailing string on hit. If the first low hits you, you have to block the head. Speaking of which, Armaku says, "Nah, I don't want none of that right now." Heat engager coming in. He gets the heat smash. There it is.
Yep, one of the few lows in the game. Gotta keep that in mind. And we got another low for you. It's called the Hell Sweep.
Oh, they went for the somersault. But luckily, they didn't die for it. I think they got floated right there. DrQuank wasn't expecting to see it. Abolishing fist to start this round and abolish any momentum that DrQuank thought that he had.
Down back 4, stature kick. Forward 4. Forward 4 again. Tries to Captain Duck it. Tries to get for the back 4, but there we go. Twin pistons and the down 4 2 low splat. And the down 1+2 Armaku answering the perfect right back at you. We are in a pretty similar scenario here. And with Karma playing in the back,
I just watched the same round that I just saw, except we get a rising choke slam finisher here. You got turned backward afterwards because of that amazing stature kick, the way that it works on Oki. Great backdashing. Exactly what he needed. That's that string that I was telling you about earlier. It ends in a high as well. So that chainsaw, it's a down forward 1-1-2. The second hit is high, the third hit is high as well. So keep your eye out.
He tried the backdash. He tried the backdash. That's what has been kind of like the name of the game for Armaku. Instead of just ducking all these strings, he's been definitely trying to play the spacing game a lot more, which is completely understandable.
Yeah, especially against Alisa, who plays the spacing game better than you. Like, in reality, he's doing, we were mentioning earlier, he likes to backdash a lot. He's doing some of the things that he should be doing, which is not trying to chase Alisa. You do not try to chase this character because you will lose. That character backdashes faster than you can be able to get your buttons out. And, you know, unless you've got really long range wave dash that you're expecting to go for, and that's a big risk with her hop kick, you know, it's a better idea to just try to stay away from her and let her kill herself.
You're absolutely correct. And the way Armaku played last game definitely gave no room to breathe for DrQuank. But DrQuank, that's how he played. That's how they played on the first game. And now he's going to try to repeat that process here with back to Coliseum of Fate. But right now, the life lead is immense for DrQuank as he takes the lead right back.
You know how I know you're a Kazuya player? You still do 1, 2, 4, 3.
Absolutely.
DrQuank just stays sitting on Armaku, just wants to continue to use these approach tools right here. Armaku just being so patient about it. He's not ducking the second hit. I want it so bad.
You can definitely tell the unfamiliarity with Armaku's matchup against the Alisa.
Yeah, absolutely.
DrQuank is
down by a lot of these low. He needs to bring it back here.
Yep, armor to armor, and so far it's nothing but armors. Again.
Yeah, and a lot of these are highs, right? So he could be ducking these high power crushes, but we're ducking. There is a huge dual boot combo right there. He has one more opportunity. There it is, the hell sweep. He gets a little bit of his health back.
Heat smash, but nice patience there, but doesn't jab out the flight. And DrQuank aims for the legs and cuts it all down and sends Armaku to loser's bracket with a very quick 3-0 return.
That is certainly an opinion. I won't be downplaying my main character that much on this stream, but that is certainly an opinion. We got the best of both worlds. You said Bryan or Victor, and I was excited for either one, and we get both.
And look, Red Blossom picking the victor.
Go.
I was correct. Ooh! Get shot a little
With
bit.
Red
That's
Blossom,
down.
Victor uses the EMP, and we've got a cyborg going on over here. Is he going to be able to shut down Griffemto's offense?
We'll see how it works out. And might be a little blackout, but Griffemto with the wall standing one. Instant reaction to catch up from the jab. Spring kick's able to get denied here, but Red Blossom immediately goes for the heat.
Oh, he's throwing pot shots out here. Oh, he tried for a KingReyJr, but sorry, he tried for a teleport there actually, and couldn't get away. Those teleports are actually pretty slow, but I think in Heat they have different properties.
Oh, that is a low high, and not you can just duck that. It does not jail. Griffemto all the way against the wall, and Red Blossom is taking full advantage of it, but no break out of the 1+2. You can't break throws now.
Oh, messed up right there. He went for mid soccer kick and said, let me just do another one. I wonder if, oh, it do. Nice hatchet kick right there. Got the trade and followed up with a dash up mid soccer kick to finish off the round.
That right there are 3 penalty kicks in full succession. Red Blossom's got to do something now. He's got to bloom. But the wall
combo because he wanted to do something cheeky, but it seemed like he didn't have the right thing ready there. No jet upper to be able to punish the spring kick, luckily for Red Blossom, but he does get the counter hit down back 4 to fill out the missing offense that he had over there.
Finally, he gets a throw for himself, but Griffemto, another call for the wall standing one. It's been such an MVP of a moveset at the moment. Tries to go for the top, but decides to opt out. But the Anaconda Mice will be able to close it out. No round brown. Griffemto changes the season and is up 1 game.
Oh, that was crazy. You know, all of those wall standing ones, those big call outs for when Red Blossom was going to throw highs, they did such great work. And really quick, I just want to talk about what really won him that game, or that round right there. You know, people are talking about how Bryan's heat is one of the weaker things that the weaker heats, you know, it doesn't make his neutral better for the most part. But what it does do is give you a super damaging wall combo with great Oki at the end of it. So for that right there was able to set up Griffemto for really great offense after having a gigantic wall combo as well. So I think people might need to look past the idea that some characters heat makes them better neutral, some people's heat makes them better at their combos as well. And with Bryan, wall Oki is just one of the most important things that you have.
And I want to add on to that as well. With Bryan's heat mechanics, Bryan's already himself a very, very scary character. And with heat, it makes him even more fearless. Yo, speaking of fearless, you saw that jab cancel just float him out?
Yeah, that is a scary thing because that's Excalibur that you're essentially floating out right there. But yes, that is absolutely something you can do. Great down forward 2 right there by Red Blossom. Gets themselves to go through a wall right there and already is running the taser to get through another one. This is going to be a quick one right here.
Call this a shock therapy for Red Blossom and calls it for the flashbang. Red Blossom finally gets a round up on the board.
He's definitely going to need some therapy after that one. Oh my goodness, he didn't get wall standing 1. He just got regular 1 because he was a little late on the punish, but that's okay. Gets the counter hit, heavy side kick right there, and didn't get a wall, and Red Blossom has the opportunity to just break out.
Ooh, talk about the sway back forward 1 from the first match. We're back in. We're back in, but the sidestep down forward 2 by Red Blossom, able to take control back here and put the momentum on his side from wall to wall. And look at that damage. And look at the throw break that you missed out. Red Blossom quickly changing the pace. 2-0.
Yeah, Red Blossom using that 1+3 throw. Pretty cheeky in the end there. Still one of the hardest throws to break in the game. Gets a beautiful launcher to start off. Did you think that was going to hit that last hit that That II 122, that was nasty. It still hit all the way over there. That was wild.
The whiff, unfortunate for Griffemto, but a blessing for Red Blossom as he creates an explosion. 3-0 right back at you. Talk about a swing of emotions, and we are right back into spring. Woo.
Now, I'm thinking smaller stage, right? I think that Griffemto had a really big stage once those walls were broken, and Red Blossom was able to kind of smother them. But Bryan has the ability to really set the stage for spacing if his game plan goes right. I'm hoping that Griffemto gets the opportunity to kind of take advantage of Red Blossom throwing those shots out from long range that he's been doing every now and then as well. And we shall see. We are in the descent to the subconscious. Remember, this is a hard floor break. You have to break the floor twice or slam the floor twice to be able to get into the console.
Snake eyes.
Yeah,
and
see,
on the
look at
second
all that
level, on the
damage,
gargoyle,
dude.
and the gargoyle, you only have to break it once. You gotta be really careful of their usage here. Crybaby Sophia, unfortunately, able to write the lullaby, as Griffemto still has a really good life lead here. Nice block out of the 1-2 down 4.
Griffemto's just doing a great job not getting counter hit by these big lows. But just as I say that, gets counter hit by the mid. Heat first. Are we gonna see a heat dash into Excalibur? No! He didn't do Excalibur? It's fine. He still got the round,
okay,
but Excalibur is like 99% of the time. That's what you want to do your heat dash ender on. It's just so much damage.
That could have been catastrophic, but it's okay. Red Blossom is able to recover right back, especially with that down back for counter hit. First part, able to activate for the floor break now. You got to be really careful. But the perfect 7 golden letters. Red Blossom is taking this convincingly.
Griffemto not getting those wall standing ones like he wanted. You know who did get a wall standing one that he wanted? Red Blossom.
Red Blossom.
And then broke the floor right at the end of it. And it's going to get a wall, at least wall positioning here.
And just switches out away, but the trade, unfortunate here for Griffemto, but Red Blossom is going to take full advantage of it. He sees red, and he takes it. So convincingly. Just one switch out of Red Blossom
to deal with that and keeps out that aggression.
What is this crossover?
This is pretty wild. I'm loving it. Fast and Tekken go off here. Super Saiyan God Goku versus the Hamburglar traffic cone.
No, man, this is VLC Victor. You know the VLC files? You know the cone?
Oh my God.
What it is. It's VLC Media Player.
That's
Thank you,
perfect.
Thank
Just
you,
like
chat.
that last round was right there. KeyOfPoo was all over BlitzKinG, but BlitzKinG says it's his turn. Oh my gosh, that's another huge counter hit for him. He wants a perfect of his own. He gets a heat engager as well. Oh, but he breaking throws.
Oh, the down back for counter hit once again. This could change everything, and this could make the disastrous happen, but the wall standing won. He said, nah, I need a different extraction to open up this file. Oh,
a great job for him to be able to get that combo in that situation. Already using the heat burst and heat engages, excuse me. But, you know, now he's out of heat. But he does like a 60% life lead, and that probably will do it, honestly, for KeyOfPoo. That's 2 perfects. Those are the only 2 rounds that he's gotten. Some perfects.
He's one away. He's one away for the trifecta, but not this time. The down 4-2 will be able to connect once again. Shiny able to extend the combo. Ew. And just as the range pushes him far away, KeyOfPoo putting on that pressure.
A couple of those guns, and then just ran in with the knee, knowing that BlitzKinG was going to duck right there.
That's over the dynamic entry, but KeyOfPoo denies the entry. Ooh.
Oh my god.
Here,
Oh, this teleporting here. That was a great idea if you had the health for it, which unfortunately you did not. Right there.
And what is
about
the active frame on Explosion? Let's per se BlitzKinG activated a little bit early. Wouldn't that count as a bound combo?
it would. It would. So as far as I'm aware, Victor he's jump status until the very, very end of that. So yes, if he had gotten heat bursted, if BlitzKinG had enough health, and let's just say he would have had to have a lot of health to be able to tank that hit. It is a huge amount of damage. Then yeah, he would have gotten bound combo off of that and was able to do something. And, you know what I always say, it's better to try and shoot your shot with the heat burst than to die without having tried to use your heat burst, because you know you die with heat, it's like you died with a gun in your hand and you didn't even use any bullets. The real thing that I think that killed BlitzKinG right there was just letting KeyOfPoo do as many of those down forward twos as possible, because he showed that he's not going to punish them, and just exactly as I say it, KeyOfPoo starts off the first round with one.
No, don't do it to him like that, KeyOfPoo. KeyOfPoo is not letting him breathe at all. Could this be another perfect in hand? Uses the heat dash and goes for the low. Count him up, Tony.
3 perfects we've seen so far. 3 of them things. Another down
There's no way.
Start off the round. He's weak to sidestep right. Be careful. You have options. Not the throw. Are we gonna see another one? You know he wants it. He's on stream.
No. All right, the orbital denies the perfect. No golden letters for this time, but BlitzKinG is gonna try the best he can to take it back.
Ooh.
This could be a dream. I'll pull them on rage.
There it is. Too far away. Honestly, that was the time, bro. That was it, but he was too far away because the sword is so disjointed from the rest of the hitbox that he couldn't even get anywhere near KeyOfPoo while he was in the air.
Oh, that's an answer. Talk about anti-airs once again. But that was it, man. BlitzKinG tries to answer back immediately with the sweep, but nice break as well. KeyOfPoo is trying to shoot him down from all the max range here with steady aim. Nice break with a 1+2 here by KeyOfPoo, but no break for you.
Position afterwards right there. And the lows were just doing so much work, getting hit by a lot of double lows, BlitzKinG was, and KeyOfPoo just really, let's be honest, you just ran BlitzKinG over.
Earlier, Sammy's gonna play around with the Hwoarang, and AfterSchoolSophie goes with the Ling. Something of a character that we did not mention earlier.
Waning Moon right there. Look at this combo with amazing Poke afterwards. I'm pretty sure that's going to be guaranteed. What an amazing sidestep into sidestep forward counter hit. And Sammy is doing pretty good at coming back from that situation.
Oh, but AfterSchoolSophie is doing an amazing job just taking the momentum right back out of Sammy. Telling him, no, it's not your turn. It's mine still.
What in the world? That was absolutely 180 degrees backwards on the third hit of the 1-2-1 from AfterSchoolSophie. Make it make sense. I don't know. But you know what does make sense and some dollars gets the bills paid is this flamingo stance that Sammy is using. The Waning Moon just stopped the momentum completely.
Nice break for Sammy out of the Waning Moon. It is a 1+2 break, so you got to be really, really careful for that. 30 seconds left, and Sophie is on rage, and our rage art connects. Question is, how much damage will it do?
Gonna do a big chunk, Spirit. You've got just below 20 health here for AfterSchoolSophie, but Sammy immediately starts with a 4-3+4 string as a keep out. Nice meaty option to get AfterSchoolSophie stuck trying to approach. Dude, the fact that you can hold down and stop that throw now, that jumping throw, and get a while standing mix instead, it's so nasty.
Now look how claustrophobic AfterSchoolSophie is playing towards Sammy. It was barely playing in like range 2, range 3, but majority of the times range 0. And Sammy's gonna make her pay the price for it with the back 3.
That plasma blade certainly cutting deep into Sophie's health bar right there. And Sammy's doing really good. Like I said, Sammy is doing really good in the face of adversity right now. Ling is doing a lot of work with these knockdowns and the Oki, but Sammy just keeps it clutch, tries to get away from the wall, and keeps their pressure and keeps playing their game.
And beautiful patience and bait for Sammy. After Cali roll, she is safe enough to do a parry, but Sammy just opts out to wait for it, and it's a patient game and does not break the grab, and Sammy right foot forward, Flamingo rises up as Sammy takes the first game.
A couple of things I want to talk about right there that Sammy did really well. So that jumping throw, where she kind of fans her hands and has the ability to do a throw or not do a throw. She can cancel the throw. Sammy went and did a down jab in that situation, which basically beats both of those options because there's no attacks that come out of that throw, of that hop animation. There's only a throw or a cancel of a throw. So the down jab there, great quick option right there to just completely option select. And then the very last thing, of course, is that down back 4 that they did to finish out the round, which we all know you block that down back 4 and you don't get a punish on that. You still have mix that you have to deal with versus Hwoarang, and Sammy did such a great job of using it as a round ender.
Sammy's got a pretty decent amount of matchup knowledge against going to the Ling here, as we can tell. Sammy able to walk away and immediately still puts on the plus pressure with a down forward 2. Unfortunately, drops the combo. Even held for both sides.
That's a sick throw. I didn't even know she had that throw right there.
I
cool.
didn't either. That takedown, that was a pretty generic takedown here. Yeah. Down back 3 counter here.
Ooh! Now, that's kind of sick. What are Hwoarang players complaining about? I don't want to hear it. Nice flip over right there. She has an 11 frame while standing that will knock down, and that is like super big for punishment in this game.
Slowly waits out here. Doesn't duck there from the low high kicks for Sammy. But beautiful backdash here for AfterSchoolSophie, and immediately jabs out, trying to take the turn right back out of Sammy.
Yeah, AfterSchoolSophie's got to delete that throw because Sammy's just got all of the answers for it. Oh my gosh, speaking of, they're gonna sidestep and get the rage art. Barely touches one of the legs of the shooting star that Sammy was using to try to come in as an approach tool. And oh my gosh, excuse me, that Sophie was using to try to come in. What a fantastic read and reaction rage art right there.
Yeah. And the thing is, I generally thought that would not kill it because, again, with Shooting Star, it is aerial, so it could have been a float damage. But Sammy got the job done.
And it's so little health, but the Rage Art still did do all of that damage. Nice finisher right there. That was an unbreakable throw in that situation because Sammy went for the punch parry right there and got thrown. And AfterSchoolSophie on survival point here. Excuse me. Tied up point.
Still counts as survival point. I'd say so.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir.
All of those lows and still mashing Power Crush after that. Wild. Sammy's gonna take advantage of that.
And AfterSchoolSophie's gonna take advantage with the low parry here. Doesn't opt out for the heat, so just goes for straight damage and for the ender. Nice break out of the throw.
AfterSchoolSophie's not going to stop doing this throw right here. He's gonna keep it going. Just because it didn't work the first 3 times doesn't mean it's not gonna work number 4 and 5, especially in the situation where we are trying to keep this pressure on. Look at how well Sophie was using those jabs. 1-2, 1-2, down back 2. We saw that sequence a couple of times, and Sammy hasn't really caught on to it yet. That's what Sophie wants to do when she's kind of just seeing you hold back and block and just kind of wait for her to do mids or really negative things. And we saw it a couple of times, and it was the straw that broke the camel's back for that round, for that game. And now we're all tied up.
It was 1-2, then just patiently waits out. And the thing is, it wasn't even that much of a wait. It was like maybe like a quick second, immediately again to 1-2. Doesn't opt out for the 1-2-1. But I believe Sammy was aiming for the 1-2-1 because he immediately tried to sidestep and down forward 2. And Sophie realizes that as well. McGurdinator, thank you so much for the raid of Party of 3. Hope you had a great stream. Thank you so much for joining TNS. Tekken Never Sleeps number 4. We are here in the pools. AfterSchoolSophie versus Sammy 1-1. Who's gonna take it here into the stratosphere?
Ooh, what a great counter hit right there. It gets a lot of extra damage, and all that's guaranteed after you get one of those flamingo jabs on counter hit. You get lots of extra damage, and now you get a knockdown for Hwoarang. Super good. Look at the sidestepping that Sammy's doing. Just like you were saying earlier, it's really looking like Sammy has great matchup knowledge.
Oh, that spike is just an amazing addition to Ling's movesets. Here we go, 1-1. No sidestep that time, though. Oh, the throw breaks are happening, but one of them will eventually break through as Sammy successfully lands it down forward to the AfterSchoolSophie. Here comes the heat engager with the forward 3. Spends the heat match and is on right foot forward. But the defense by AfterSchoolSophie gets rewarded with the Cali roll. Gets the tornado flip as well. We're gonna opt out for the Rage Art.
It's a great idea because, you know, that scramble, those last like 10 seconds were so intense between the two of them. They were just going back and forth at it, and this Rage Art gives you a little bit of chance to breathe right here. And Sammy has got his back on the wall, takes the heat burst to the face, and gets the ability to just get the tsunami kicks, keep the right foot forward pressure, and solid out that round.
Very, very tense match immediately. Again with the sidestep down forward 2 with the success rate always increasing. Unfortunately drops, and now we are in floor burst territory. You guys got to be careful now for both of them.
That down jab we saw again. Using the backlash to try and forebode, keep this pressure going right here. But AfterSchoolSophie starting to get the map advantage. Sammy does not want to be with her back to the wall. And wow, that wall splat from so far away, Spirit.
And that kills. I think that throw activates floor burst.
It may.
Makes sense,
honestly,
right?
It could. It'd be a great reason to use it.
No!
What a power crush. And it gave the tornado, but Sophie was just so far away. And you know what else is so far away? You from the ground after you got launched by that plasma blade. But luckily, Sophie survives to die another day after Sammy doesn't get the follow-up.
Keep on going with the wall standing 4-4. The throw breaks from both of these players are amazing right now. Down 4.
Did duck into wall standing 2 to beat that flamingo string, which they should have done hop kick. It's okay though, because these 1-2 strings, these jab strings, Sammy is just afraid of that third hit of the 1-2. You know, he's trying to go, he's thinking about maybe I should punch parry, maybe I should walk. And look at this Sophie just continuing to use the jab string.
Guys, this is our first final round of the tourney and the stream match. These 1-2 jab strings by AfterSchoolSophie is carrying mileage to success right now.
Why doesn't Sammy want to duck these strings? Why doesn't Sammy want to go for some high crushes or something? He just wants to stay standing and use his sidestep pull, use his flamingo pressure. Beautiful while standing 2 punish right there. Doesn't get a tornado because it's an instant tornado right there. But Sammy using the heat and gets the heat smash to go straight through the armor for the heat burst. But Sophie could not handle the flamingo afterwards. That was so clutch. That last round was it was just explosive. I think that's the best way that we could describe that. Explosive. Which we haven't seen one of yet today. I'm super excited to see these Titans go at it right now.
Yeah, and PokChop has amazing character knowledge going against Ling. Of course, one of ATL's own abstracts around the area. So this is going to be quite the knowledge check for both of them. And on paper, this is a terrible matchup for Dragunov.
Yeah, his power crush, or excuse me, his heat smash is going to completely whiff on the AOP stance and a lot of things. But you know what's not going to whiff, apparently, is the quarter circle forward 4, the ignition switch that Geo got caught staying on the ground for. That was nasty. A quick perfect by PokChop in that first round.
And beautiful awareness, thinking that Geo was going to go forward to grab, immediately gets the wall standing 2. Here it comes. And that ignition switch, that is also a heating gauge, so he's got to be really careful for that.
Yeah, and it goes straight into sneak stance, or straight into another full crouch. Luckily, Geo is not perturbed by all of the knockdowns that they took in that round. We're able to keep it going. Immediate heat engager with the back 4-1. Gets all this pressure into hypnotist stance. Goes for the mid, which is plus on block. And oh my gosh, just like we were saying earlier, this character is so evasive.
Oh, down for the one, and the back one will not get Xiayou out of the corner, but the fakie while standing to counter hit will.
Fakie, I like that. We Tony Hawk now.
Yes, the 360s. In on out. Hail Slicer counter hit, and oh my god, why are you pressing, my friend? Hail Slicer.
In a lot of those situations, the pressure is fake, quote unquote. But if PokChop goes for those high risk options, they will get high reward as well.
Oh, here comes Xiaou's turn. Thought to go for the fakie again, but PokChop decides to down jab out of the troubles. Hail Slicer again goes for the ignition switch, and we got ourselves a final round for the first match. PokChop, Xiayou. This is still a pools match.
It's super high octane aggression that we have out here. Great wall standing forward punish. Gets what he can out of it. I gotta think maybe he could have done back 1-2 to maybe get a tornado in that situation, but he didn't want it. Still has the wall pressure. Oh, but for how long? Xiayou immediately comes back with the AOP launcher skyscraper, and PokChop is the one with the back to his wall.
Oh, nice heat engager here, but PokChop take the controls back to neutral, and here comes the heat smash. The cold winter. PokChop. Back to frozen hell we go.
So, really quick, we've seen PokChop use those new tools that a lot of people have been saying, why? Why? Oh, he's been using the full crouch down forward 1-4, which is +7 on hit. He's been using the ignition switch, the quarter circle forward 4, which is +7 on block. And they did actually nerf the move. The move was so good that they nerfed it already 1 week into the game, or 2 weeks into the game being out. Now, one of the sequences that we saw a lot of was Hail Slicer, or crouch swing, into ignition switch. That is actually able to be beaten in a couple of ways. One, you can jab in the middle of that sequence. And Xiayou doesn't have an amazing jab interrupt. She's got 1-2, 1-2-1. She can get that, but she can also sidestep right and beat that situation as well. And I have to think that sidestep right AOP would beat a lot of options after getting my Hail Slicer. So maybe we'll see Xiayou use some of that.
I think the way he's gonna adapt, he's gonna do it now. Immediately transfer for the slash, just like that. Immediately sidestep right AOP. Fortunately, no evasion, but we'll get good damage out of it and good wall position here. But Xiayou, here comes the blooming flower. No tornado flip, but we'll get a spike, guaranteed. Top is already on rage here.
Pressure.
Oh no, down forward to 1-4, switchblade counter hit, still gets the tornado flip, and PokChop is immediately evening up the life lead. And could possibly take the lead immediately as the hatchet kick, the scorpion sting. Adds a little injury.
Yeah, it's crazy that the snake edge did not hit grounded. I thought of all moves that would hit grounded, it's one that looks like you sweep your leg on the floor. But the deadly scorpion, the down back 3+4, did right there. Xiayou already in heat, gets the heat dash into another down back 1, and no punish right there on the AOP. 2-1, PokChop maybe letting Xiayou get away with things that he shouldn't right there, and Xiayou says, I will take that round, thank you very much.
I think PokChop find the answer for sidestep right AOP. Never mind, I was wrong, as Xiaou's able to duck the homing move and gets a launcher out of it. Beautiful awareness again.
Beautiful
PokChop is successful with that.
Yeah, he's got a couple of Ling players out at his local things escape me right now, but again, Xiayou trying to get away from there, trying to challenge, not sure exactly what, but that button hitting grounded is so nasty, man.
Dude, he has so much now that hits off the ground. Hatchet, ignition switch, down 2, sometimes down forward 2 will even hit the ground.
Yeah, when you're trying to get up, when you're trying to back roll or something. Xiayou using some of the best heat they have in the game right here, but unfortunately they were off axis, couldn't get forward 2-1 to work for them. Another situation where they couldn't get the whip punish after the AOP, but PokChop in rage is just out in that situation where he could W, goes for the down jab, but Xiayou so smart, using the hop option to get them the opportunity to keep that round and survival point versus set point here.
And Xiayou is fighting off instincts right now with the down 3+4 launcher. Again with the fakie, gets caught this time. PokChop's in trouble. Very much in trouble, and that is catastrophic as Xiayou, the instincts calls for him as we even it up 1-2-1.
That was a lot of damage on that last combo, dude. I think it's like with the up 4 neutral 3, I want to say. That button that back in Tekken 7, it would literally turn you around, back turn, and make you eat this giant combo.
Yeah, that was a counter hit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That right there, he used it, Xiayou used it as a combo filler right there. That was nasty stuff. PokChop's aggression was doing so well, but Xiayou, a tried and true competitor, been competing in these online brackets since as long as I can remember, stay composed, and is tied up this.
Yeah, for both of them. And what better way to end it off in Coliseum of Fate? Xiayou immediately trying to get the first blood here. Here comes the blooming flower here and gets the heat engager. Oof, the pressure is continuing to shift to Xiaou's side as he gets this beautiful low parry. This could spell catastrophic here for PokChop. No duck there, but the down back two. Hail slicer here into the ground. Spike.
The most just being like, ow. Oh my god. That was cute. Great sidestep right AOP into the sweep. Just amazing evasive tool that she has. Beautiful low parry, exactly what they needed. Xiaou's not going for the guaranteed spikes afterwards. The guaranteed mistrust wants even more Oki, and they get it with an extra combo.
Oh my, the hop over fakie once again adds dividends. And is being an absolute thorn in PokChop's side now. It is now set point for Xiayou in quick fashion. If anybody can take this back, it's definitely PokChop.
Great job right there. You have to have an option that beats that on block. There's a couple of things to do for that, but really got to know that situation on block. Great sleigh ride on there to catch the low. And finally, PokChop is using the only low option that you have out of that situation, out of the 4-4. That is amazing job that he's using.
No, that down forward one just completely gets denied by the Cali roll. And here we go, PokChop, no punish there out of the blooming flower.
That's not even the first time that he hasn't punished it either. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe he's thinking it's like 1-2-1, which is safe. Xiayou finally goes for the guaranteed mistrust. Doesn't get the heat engager. PokChop needs a heat engager of his own so he can get some of this health back.
30 seconds left to play. Here comes the jabs. Here comes the back turn. Nice backdash out of the troubles. But the cartwheel close it out as Xiayou returns the favor.
And Xiayou already. So what does that say for us? I'm not sure. But what I can say, next match right here, Paragon's KawaiiFaceMiles versus RetroWaver is going to give us a show. Finally, a Reina. Let's go.
Yeah, Reina's definitely one of the most popular characters in the game, but so far we haven't really seen much of tournament play, and we're definitely getting seen a lot. Down for the 1+2, gets the heat engager to put the heat dash, but unfortunately it will not close out the round. RetroWaver, nice duck out of the heat engagers. Like KawaiiFaceMiles, but KawaiiFaceMiles is trying to take control back.
Oh, there it is, the Demon Paw into the guaranteed follow-up, set 3 right there. That's a nasty combo. That Demon Paw, we're seeing lots and lots of it from RetroWaver already. You're seeing it over and over again because what an amazing neutral tool.
Yeah, 4-4-2 into Zentai 3, being guaranteed, and a heat engager. Deadly, too deadly. Able to duck the down forward for 1+2. Again, like I said earlier, it now jails. You got to be really, really careful here with not pressing that afterwards.
That was great. KawaiiFaceMiles couldn't get the whiff punish, and RetroWaver just immediately get the heat engager back, and is getting this wall combo, and one thing that you don't want to do is be an Oki at the wall here in second 8. It is so devilish and hard to get away from.
Yeah, RetroWaver is not missing a beat. This guy is moving all over the place. You see the electrics filling out all throughout Reina's body movement. Tries to go for the homing move and not charged up as well.
While standing 1+2, right, to make it a little bit safer. Great power crush out of there. That move is only -3. The chainsaw back to 1 right there, that slams down. She has lots of options afterwards. You are not guaranteed a situation or of a punish after that. Oh my gosh, the jump into the lumberjack launch, that was nasty.
And she gets a full charge homing again, this time in full succession. And RetroWaver tries to answer back. KawaiiFaceMiles is doing a great job keeping the momentum here.
Oops. There's just so many options after the 442 into Sentai. You just are in so many different. Great full crouch throw right there by KawaiiFaceMiles. And a lot of people forget that she can throw from full crouch and get that big damage launcher. Or, excuse me, throw.
Here comes the sweep here, but KawaiiFaceMiles, first one of the set. 442 rocket punch, puts RetroWaver all the way to the wall, and just like that, KawaiiFaceMiles answers convincingly. Takes it 3-2. It was 0-2 not too long ago, Fox. It was 0-2.
Well, we saw a little deja vu, right? With that situation with the chainsaws. He went for chainsaw back to 1, which is the slam. And then RetroWaver was like, my turn, right? And Kawhi was like, no, silly.
Oh, man.
Don't you learn? Went for the power crush, and that's all there is to it.
A lot of power crush, a lot of the reads as well by KawaiiFaceMiles, knowing that RetroWaver was going to move after wake up. So what did KawaiiFaceMiles do? Homing immediately. Not just in normal homing, it is the while standing 1+2 charged up. And the fact is that was against the wall. KawaiiFaceMiles is able to get a guaranteed follow-up as well. Here we go, we're going to underground into the arena. We got wall bursts in 4 areas. From one wall to another.
All right, RetroWaver finally learning not to throw buttons after that slam right there. Amazing. Getting Waver the opportunity to get that wall pressure, but KawaiiFaceMiles just uses the clockwork while standing 3+4 and just stops any of that pressure.
And there we go, the down for the 1-1, and the destruction sounds down to chops. RetroWaver down to size. And the size keeps getting bigger. TK Breezy rating with a party of 55. My brother, thank you all so much. Hope you had an amazing stream. Welcome to Tekken Never Sleeps number 4. Hope you enjoyed the rest of the match. We got KawaiiFaceMiles and RetroWaver as KawaiiFaceMiles continues on to put on the pressure with the destruction stance.
That was nasty. RetroWaver actually used the wall standing 4 and was able to recover fast enough for KawaiiFaceMiles to not actually get anything off of it. And now they're in heat, but these power crushes are stopping the pressure. That's immediate damage. Gets the heat dash because they were already in heat. It wasn't just a heat engager, it was a combo finisher right there for RetroWaver. And they now have 1 round on each side of the board.
And the fact that you with Demon Poet and going to Zentai, the fact that you can actually just cancel out your move adds so much fear into your opponent's eyes. It's exactly what we're seeing here by RetroWaver. Here comes the sweep and the guaranteed punch as well, but KawaiiFaceMiles is not afraid as she throws out a hop kick of her own.
Right, and then we go into dual boot, but RetroWaver wakes up backwards and doesn't want to deal any of that pressure. Immediately goes into the Demon Paw, gets the throw, the Stone Head, and that is your tombstone right at the top of your head. And what do we got here, Spirit?
Set point versus survival point.
Yes, sir. Oh my gosh, that power crush. Yup, and the power crush has 2 different extensions to it as well. So you got to be really careful when you're dealing with Sentai. So far, we haven't seen the unbreakable throw from RetroWaver, but RetroWaver doesn't seem like they need it. They really want that sweep instead and just poking through the lows, and we got ourselves a tie set now. This is what I want to see. I want more Reina. I really need more Reina eyes on the screen because, you know, I think that we could really use a lot more understanding of the way that people use this character. And you see the proof is in the pudding with 442 Demon Paw. That thing is nasty.
Let's talk about something that we've seen here. RetroWaver did a down for 2-2 or Demon Paw to Zentai 2. It was against the wall. KawaiiFaceMiles had a wall splat on the wall burst. Did not explode. And I generally thought that was going to happen, but regardless of what happens, RetroWaver was still able to close out the match. But I'm going to have to go back to
maybe that wall was already broken.
No, it was blinking. It was blinking. Yeah, no, I'm going to clip that. I'm going to show it right to you.
Yeah, do that, brother.
Yo, let's get this bread.
No plot, no punish on that mid. The down forward 1 strings for Alisa are really important to make sure that you don't let her use in the situations that trying to like mix you up. The mid though, you definitely want to punish is -11. That power crush he has from Sentai is -14. And you could definitely get a heat engager afterwards. But KawaiiFaceMiles says, you know what? I'll just take my chainsaws wherever I can get them. I will just run this pressure out here and easily get round 1.
If it ain't broken, don't fix it, man. That's what got her the rounds on the second game and the victory on the first match. Oh no, the Zentai grab
right there.
Get out of there.
4 and KawaiiFaceMiles says, nah, I think I can power crush here. Does her forward 4 not force crouch like Heihachi used?
No, only if you duck. Just like the way Heihachi did. Yeah. So just like the way if you do forward 4, if you were crouching, she gets a guaranteed down forward with 1/1+2.
Right. But it doesn't force crouch. Heihachi's used to force crouch, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it did not.
Yeah, okay. Apparently I'm mistaken.
Yeah. I can guarantee that.
Fair enough. All right, notice the purple floor. That means we are at the situation where 1 floor break will really give us extra damage at the end of our combo.
One mistake could change everything. Here comes the 442 Zentai 3 heat engager, and the rocket punch is working so much, getting KawaiiFaceMiles out of trouble. Pretty consistently too. Zentai 3, here comes the launch here, down 3 counter hit. KawaiiFaceMiles finally gets a combo out of her troubles now. Goggles perch and gets a tornado flip.
Great option right here. Let's get this bread. KawaiiFaceMiles wants to cash out and takes the heat smash right there into the immediate heartbeat disabler and completely disables RetroWaver's ability to have any life left in this set versus slide character.
Oh, here we go.
Get ready to see some full crouch, y'all.
We got some heavy mix coming up for you guys. Little
346,000 Tekken prowess. Have you ever seen that number that high?
Yeah, actually. Oh, dude, Lucas picking the Bryan stage from Tekken 3 for this. Oh, Lucas, you done good. You done good. And close it off with the 1-2-4 with the counter hit in the end.
I noticed that FightingGM was using some of these lows, tracking lows to catch Ammitt trying to sidestep and move in their situations. Unfortunately, FightingGM does not get the pickup after the down 3 counter hit, but he's got plenty of pressure. Sandstorm, the slide right there, catching FightingGM, and Ammitt is really having the opportunity to bring it back, but that 10 frame while standing, Yowza stops anything that Ammitt could have done.
Yeah, Ammitt was looking pretty good there, but FightingGM knew when to immediately deny the pressure here by Ammitt. But beautiful block out of the slide for FightingGM. Gets the wall standing 2-3. All the way to the wall here. Down 3, no counter hit. 3 again. Let's go for the mid, and 4-4-2. It is +5, regardless, adjust frame or not.
Just a little bit too long on that. He went for a sidewalk into a whiff confirm down forward 2. If he had gone and kind of did a read and said, sidestep down forward 2, he would have gotten that right there. But FightingGM just was keeping his pressure tight enough that Ammitt could not find any holes in it, and he kept that game very much in his own favor and gets that first one.
All right. First things off the bat, you saw how GM just played the way GM plays. One move to another, and the best part about it is that GM utilized Hitman Stance to its full potential. Especially with the new addition of Hitman Stance 1+2, on hit or on neutral, Hitman Stance 1+2 will go immediately back to Hitman Stance.
Oh.
So you can immediately either cancel it or bait out. So what GM did is Hitman Stance 1+2, and then Hitman Stance again to either flicker, down 3, or Hitman Stance 3. And all of those were in full succession out of that match.
Yeah, he was using standing 3 a lot there, 1 point to really lock Ammitt down as well. And yeah, he's just playing Shaheen's game better than Shaheen in that situation. That aggressive range 0 situation, range 0, range 1, didn't really need a lot of the long range, mid range Tekken. Just they both brawled it out, and FightingGM was the better boxer.
The way better of a boxer. Like, GM was absolutely ready for this matchup, and was, instead of throwing hands, he was throwing them kicks, the heels, the ankles, you name it. The amount of pressure that GM really showcased us really opened my eyes. As a lead player myself, it really opened my eyes of what to do with this character, especially that I have troubles, you know, being aggressive. You know that for a fact. Like, usually I play very, very passive.
Yeah.
And I'm still adjusting to this aggressive side of Tekken 8. And that really opened up my eyes of how to play, you know, how to add a little bit more mixture into my gameplay.
Same, honestly. There's FightingGM flipping in there, looking marvelous. Ammitt lets the intro rock, takes a deep breath.
Woo!
Ducks, great option right there, and
13.
gets some good punishes as well. Look at that, 6 seconds in, and FightingGM's missing 40% health, but it looks like he's trying to even it up.
Ooh, that is so sick! Slide on E, +5 more damage with the just frame. And with Lee on the
he
E,
doesn't have a lot of that heat left here. He's gonna finish off. He really wanted the full 4-3 heat dash, but it was just a little too late. Still, though, had one more hit, and Ammitt took it straight to the chest.
and still just putting on this range 1 to range 0 pressure. FightingGM is not holding back at all. While standing 4, unfortunately goes to the Hitman stance, so unfortunate able to get the pickup. But FightingGM fights back with armor, and Ammitt fights back as well with his own armor. Both of them are on heat, gets the perfect on the just frame forward 4-1.
My money's on Ammitt using the heat smash for FightingGM, gets the chance to right there. Full crouch down forward 2. Finally, FightingGM uses the wall standing 2-3 instead, gets the heat dash, and they're about even on life. Just as I say so, that left leg of the Forbidden One straight through Ammitt's chest.
Yeah, Pulse Blade has received a massive damage buff in this game compared to Tekken 7. Fortunately, though, for some of you who don't know, it's a lot easier to step both sides, left or right.
Good to know, good to know. Ammitt is getting caught with the hypnotic back 4. He does not duck the last hit. That is just a shame. That is a crime to let FightingGM get away with that and just completely let him take that victory. Did not duck the last hit, did not get the wall standing 2 punish, and his opportunity to make a comeback. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. It's a damn shame.
I mentioned earlier that Dapper made top 8 of the Sweet Events yesterday, and Victeemo, our very first Tempo Never Sleeps champion. Could we possibly see our 2-time TNS champion? We'll find out.
Oh my gosh, the swayback was able to beat the hop kick in that situation. That's wild. I bet you Nina has lots of situations that beats, but unfortunately Victeemo couldn't pull the trigger in time, and Dapper uses the opportunity to get their own combo, and then they back themselves into a corner? Oh my gosh, no, this is not how you keep your life lead.
Ooh, that could have been catastrophic, but the back's away, able to come in full dividends, but the can is here by Dapper, making it very Dapper.
That was great. Dapper noticed that the first hit would whiff, and so they went for the 2-hit combo for the hop kick, which actually usually does less damage, but is usually a little bit more safe to do both of them. Woo! Oh my gosh, that move right there, that is a 16-frame counter hit confirmable wall splatting string, which high crushes, mind you. I would say one of the most abusable strings that you could use in this game.
And look how much health that Victeemo has got, and uses the heat smash and chips down with the bullets, but the Rage Art connects. This could even things up. 2 seconds left. The Rage Art will stop the time.
Not gonna kill. But no, look at the life.
Take the lead though.
You can't get up there fast enough. Wow. They definitely tried. What a great orbital back there. Just saying, I'm going to keep my positioning. Dapper had just such great option choices right there. And we get ourselves a timeout round. Those are rarely seen in Tekken 8 right now. Great.
You know, Victeemo does not want that to happen again. Immediately putting on the range 0 dominance. He's got 40 seconds left in. And Dapper does not have great health to recover now.
Well, the toe kicks, both of them whipping their own toe kicks. The hell sweep, Victeemo says, nah, I know there's a wall to my back and I can smell what you want. I want to let you know what I'm cooking though.
Just play a little patient game here. Oh, that could have been a really good opportunity for a whip punish from his down forward too. Victeemo here gets caught down here by the last edge of the string.
Great job. Victeemo not using the heat engaging Punisher, although they don't have the heat right now, but it seems like a lot of Nina mains they're still defaulting to their old Tekken 7 Punishes instead of using the 11 frame heat engaging Punisher. Look at Victeemo just using the spacing, getting some orbitals, but Dapper wants this pressure, wants to get Victeemo with their back to the wall, and then got 15 seconds to bring it back.
Victeemo doesn't have heat, I just realized that.
Underneath.
And the elbow goes for the mid option. Dapper looking very, very clean here. Got 2 rounds in, and we're gonna start it off with a down forward 2. Dapper immediately putting Victeemo all the way to the wall here. Victeemo decides to opt to stay down. Does not get caught by the homing move. We got 45 seconds left to play. Oh, the block stands able to get crushed with the Victeemo's down forward 4. But the slide will connect with the counter hit here. And Victeemo has a great chance to regain all those health and take the lead.
Yeah, look at the chip damage that Dapper is taking, but he's bringing some of it back. 27 seconds remaining. These are some of the longest rounds that we have seen, not just all night, but in a lot of tournaments. Beautiful tip range hell sweep right there. And Victeemo trying to stagger the pressure just a little bit, but the clock is ticking down.
Goes for the neutral and the hell sweep for Dapper, and on heat he gets another extension out of that, and that will close it out. Dapper taking the first game. Wow. I'm not gonna lie to you, when I first fought against Leo, I completely forgot that while on heat, Leo gets another extension out of some of the strings, especially the hell sweep.
They don't even need to be in heat. After certain attacks, like for example, down 4-2 or 4-4-2, they can get that install that they have, which they have permanently while in heat as well, to get those extra extensions. And honestly, I thought that the first hell sweep was going to break the wall, break the balcony, and it didn't. And I was like, okay, Victeemo has an option, has ways to get out of this. But unfortunately, the walls destroyed Victeemo that time, and so he's going to go for a larger stage, one of the largest stages that you can get.
Very, very, when we know against Victeemo, this is what he would opt out for. When he's having troubles, he would opt out to go for the infinite stage, and this is the closest thing he's got. He's going to play all neutral and all fundamentals here, and this is what he's great at. Especially with his cancels that he has, and beautiful block out of the sweep, and gets a launch punish out of it. Gets the ivory cutter.
One person that's a combo specialist. It's Victeemo.
Leaders!
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely, I thought it was gonna kill, especially the last part. Unscaled. Oh my god, Victeemo. Doesn't care how laggy it is online. Doesn't care how laggy it is offline. He will do the hardest combo possible.
Ooh, sick, but unfortunately they went for the low right there at the end instead of just going and getting the rest of it on the aerial hit. Victeemo goes for the Blonde Bomb Power Crush, and Dapper Power Crushes right back. Beautiful sidestep, sidewalk even, into Heat Dash.
And yes, and notice how he sidewalk left, which is the direction you want to walk against Leo. That is their weak side. But of course, you got to be really, really careful here, as Dapper is very much aware with the tracking and the homing that he has on deck.
Look at all of the sidestep ones coming out right now. Oh my goodness, ran right into that right hand knuckle of Dapper, and the spacing between their life bars has dwindled heavily.
Don't count Victeemo out though. Still has a good amount of gray health to recover. And on Heat can very much pull out a lot of chip damage just like that. Fortunately, both of them have run out of Heat.
It's that they also get their recoverable health back as well. Another round going down below the 10-second mark, it looks like. And Dapper chipping away with those lows, just like Victeemo was trying to. And Dapper keeps it clutch.
Dapper staying alive here. And Victeemo's just trying to find that one mistake. Gets an opening and gets a tornado flip after that. Yo, G-Tech FGC, thank you so much for the subscription for 15 months now. Thank you so much for your enjoying this wonderful show of Tekken Never Sleeps. Because we absolutely are, and Victeemo is absolutely enjoying that Heat Dash combo. Ooh, how many was that, 4?
That was 4 Hellbringers in that combo.
Hey!
They made it to the wall on Yakushima. Not only did they make it to the wall on Yakushima, they knew where the wall was and finished with their max damage wall combo. This is what you expect from a veteran like Victim of Ritual.
I gotta take a sip of water out of that. That was too spicy.
I didn't think that they were gonna get 4 Hellbringers that late into the combo after the Heat Dash. So they went for forward 4, which is a hit confirm into forward 4-2. Massive amount of time to do this hit confirm, by the way, which apparently is a heat engager, which gave Heat Dash, which gave them the ability to go for those 4 Hellbringers, the Corsical 4-1s, and get that amazing damage. Victim, oh, you make me want to play this character every time I watch.
Absolutely, I'm with you there. What's it, 4? Oh, and no duck in the last string, no duck at the down forward 1, but Dapper doesn't even utilize the last part of the down forward 1-2. But now they're playing a little bit of spacing game, and Victeemo able to scout out the low parry. Unable to use the tornado flip, but will extend it with the heat, and as you should. This is the spot where you want Dapper to be in. Spends the heat smash and takes all the way the chip damage, but Dapper answers back with a punch parry of their own.
That was godlike. Dapper has all of this recoverable health ready. No reason for them to stop pressing. In reality, Xiao's, they got hit by the running 3-3. It's low crushes. Very late, mind you, but it does low crush, and that was able to get Victim over Dapper trying to steal the turn back.
Woo! What a beautiful sidestep down forward too, and Victeemo is looking confident. Uses the Hellbringer to extend the combo, and uses the heat now. And the wall standing 3, wall +2. No, they really don't. Victeemo just wants to opt out on the wall pressure, and now he just tries to high shield steps out of there. What a challenge!
That down back 1+2 that I was talking about, or right there, that right there is a 11 frame heat engager. Gets lots of damage, but Dapper was not perturbed whatsoever and gets a combo of their own. Ooh, that button is so good. The down back 1+2, that is a amazingly good hit confirm of their own right there. And it wall splats, as you saw, which got Dapper the victory in that last round.
Oh, the blonde bomb again, stealing the turret, and just like that. This is one of the many, what can I say this? Double-edged sword when you pick this stage. Like, you want them to be near the wall, but one mistake and you're up against the wall, and just like that, Victeemo's gonna shoot you down and chop you up. Victeemo is on set point to advance on.
The lightning falls down, and so does Dapper. Victeemo tried to go for the stanky leg ender, which should have broken the floor.
Yeah,
for some reason, it did not. It must have been that their distance was a little bit far away, where they didn't have the combo correct to get it. Oh, that could have been a much better punish, but a heat engager, we will take those.
Can't complain about that. Definitely can't complain about the wall position. But again, Victeemo calls for the hard line of the blonde bomb. But Dapper answers back with his own hard line with a down forward 2. And we're going to Gargoyle's Perch.
Oh my gosh, they're both in heat. Woo! Never mind, Dapper spends it, puts on the pressure, finishes off Victeemo, and we got ourselves a final round.
Final. Our second one. Nice dunk out of the guns and gets the beautiful punish with the wall standing 2. Dapper is looking excellent.
They didn't go for the floor break. They wanted wall combo into floor break, which would have given them even more damage, but unfortunately they didn't have the spacing, so they're gonna have to keep playing this neutral game right here. And Victeemo is trying not to get slammed down here, but the heat dash immediately stops any of those attempts for Victeemo to stay alive.
Oh no, Victeemo able to catch Dapper out of the air, gets a bound combo, but drops it unfortunately. Gets the third string under the suite, and we'll do it once again, just like the first game, and Dapper makes Victeemo a victim of their own ritual, and sends Victeemo to losers.
Backdashes, and the way that she has the ability to press the advantage is just right in line with Tekken 8. But choosing the Claudio, which got him much more victories in Tekken 7, if I may say so. I'm super excited to see the way that he plays it, because we've seen a lot less people using Claudio in Tekken 8, and I'm super excited to see what he brings.
Yeah, you see so far what we've seen with Claudio. You know, we see Shadow 20Z, but lately as well, Sonic has been putting on quite the show with the Claudio. But Dragon Slayer though, look how confident he's playing against Shadow right now, just chipping him down slowly and surely. Now Dragon Slayer is on heat, so he's able to chip down a little bit more than he can.
You know, those big axe kicks that Dragon Slayer is doing, that sidestep 4 plus 6 on block. Oh my gosh, what a great whiff punish right there by Shadow 20Z. Jabs into running 2. Are you getting a wall? Not quite, but all of that damage. Good lord.
The execution that Shadow has. No mercy at all. Shadow is here to play, and he came here to win.
Dragon Slayer is not feeling like he's worried about throwing these down forward 4s out, these big counter hit launching attacks. And Shadow is playing Claudio, which is one of the characters that has some of the best punishment for the low frames, if you ask me, as well. So Dragon Slayer is playing with fire here.
And the back 3-3, no counter hit, but does get the guaranteed, and the running 4 on counter hit puts him plus enough to get a guaranteed jab afterwards.
At least 12 frames. Look at all of the starburst. It doesn't look like a lot of chip damage, but when you get actual hits after that, and then you got chip damage.
Did you see? I'm sorry, Tony. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Even with the combo, Dragon Slayer doesn't get the best part of that trade.
Okay, so Dragon Slayer on heat. He's gonna be able to use the heat smash and possibly. Never mind. Shadow 20Z uses his own heat smash, and reminder for all of you, he's got a low heat smash.
Yeah, let's talk about that heat smash right here. Negative
no.
14
I don't want to talk about that heat smash. I want to talk about that while running too.
That was wild. No, you're right. You were right. We were talking about the correct things. The things that won that round and just totally and completely dwindled Dragon Slayer's life bar and defenses.
On hit, on block, and did you see how much damage that Dragon Slayer took? The wall running 2 while he was activating heat. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but I could not stay quiet of how much damage got depleted.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Not showing any of the parries June is known for her parries, but I think that, you know, in this high-level play, you got to be really careful. Nice sidestep, but unfortunately did not get the hop kick punish that Dragon Slayer wanted. Does go for a smaller stage, wants to maybe give Shadow less wall carry. Not sure what the play is here, but he does go for the heat burst to try and keep his advantage while he has it.
The back three doesn't opt out for the second hit, but does get a guaranteed outwards. And Shadow 20Z gets caught by the projectile of the heat smash, and Dragon Slayer's trying to get the control back, and looks like he's pretty successful at the moment.
Oh, the jab low into jab low. That was cheeky into cheeky. Double cheeked up out here on a Tuesday evening. Dragon Slayer, though, not dealing with this aerial business, wants to get the jab flow and gets beautiful corner carry.
The no mix-up has very much been working out for both of them. Beautiful duck!
Stop doing that. I don't want that, Clark Kent. I'm finna be your kryptonite. No Superman punches for you.
Ends off with the low. Dragon Slayer, what a beautiful read out of the wall running too. Finally gets around. Back 3-3. No longer launches on counter hit, but knocks down to get a guaranteed spike afterwards.
He goes for the heat burst. Heat bursts seem like they have gigantic hitboxes forward and sideways. It's rough to be able to deal with them. Dragon Slayer is going for their heat smash immediately, and look at all the chip damage that Shadow has already taken.
One down four. I got a jab to the low as well. Can't forget about that. Nice break out of the 1+2 here by Dragon Slayer. And beautiful sidestep Italian pistons. And Shadow still got on heat, but drops the combo because a little bit of axis.
Ooh. Whips the right leg. Luckily, Shadow didn't kill him for it. You got a couple of those. I think forward 2 may have done it, but I think they did a standing 2 instead. So Dragon Slayer, still in rage, has the ability to kill, but needs to do it fast.
And that's exactly how you do it with the time scan. 4 seconds in, uses the rage art to take the lead in convincing fashion, but it's not over yet.
I don't agree with this rage art right here. He had the ability to do wall combo and get some of this timer out, but now you've given Shadow the ability to thrive in Shadow time. You gave him 3 more seconds than he needed right there. Oh my gosh, Dragon Slayer really had that one, but Shadow 20Z just said immediately, it's my time.
Caught Dragon Slayer overextending, unfortunately, and now Shadow 20Z is on set point to send Dragon Slayer to losers.
Sidestep right duck. Shadow 20Z has been clearly doing some labbing here. More sidestep 4 is trying to put on the pressure. A beautiful sidestep into heat smash, and that's going to take a chunk out of Shadow 20Z's life.
Oh, tries to walk.
The end stance. Mid right there. Doesn't get punished for that.
Oh, does he dash and gets still the tornado flip and all of that. Doesn't do the most damage out of wall ender anymore. That's a big difference.
Yeah, that wall ender used to do so much of a damage right there. And it's interesting that that axe kick that Claudio doesn't hit grounded in that
hands.
You know,
obviously.
Honestly, I can't tell if Victeemo is gonna have Victor knowledge right there, but if there's anybody that I can expect to do their homework, it's Victim. Look at all these jabs, just stopping any of the pressure of these heat engagers that KeyOfPoo wants to do. These power crushes, safe high power crushes, mind you. Notice right there, the down 3 string. Victeemo wants to catch KeyOfPoo continuing to try those high power crushing, long active frame heat engagers, because that low string will kill KeyOfPoo as soon as they try to go for it.
Yeah, and notice how Victeemo just doesn't want to overextend anything, not even a jab. He's just waiting for the right time to do so, and that's exactly how to do it. The Wheel of Fate just turns it all around, and Victeemo takes the first round.
Victim not seeming like he's worried about more lows after the down back 4. You know, you're pretty negative after you get hit by Victor's down back 4, but afterwards, there's really not much that Victor has on you. Whoa, that throw right there. Getting KeyOfPoo out of the situation of scariness. Victeemo, both of them having huge amounts of recoverable health missing.
Slowly and withering, trying to grab from one way to another, but KeyOfPoo just opts out for the down back four.
That was the one break.
Very risky.
Victeemo's throw breaks are so on point that they were able to break the bugged throw that has 1/10 of a second less of break time. Victeemo is just so good at this. And finally, that power crushing heat engager lands for KeyOfPoo. It's so good. And Victeemo gets hit with the EMP and touches the corner and does not have any opportunity to get out of there. Victeemo is on the ropes.
Yeah, so to talk about the ropes, he was in grasp for hell there. KeyOfPoo did not let Victeemo get up at all in any way or fashion. But Victeemo's gonna try to even things up here, but KeyOfPoo is still opting out so much of these plus frames, but Victeemo answers back with his plus frames of his own. Spins the heat, unfortunately no combo there, but we'll get some damage, and Victeemo adds a little gold to it. Perfect.
22 seconds on that perfect right there, and I think that heat burst actually hit low wall splat, so that would have been like the most damage that they could have gotten out of it. Victeemo having KeyOfPoo with their back against the wall right there. I know Victeemo's waiting for that heat engager to come out and try to catch them, trying to get out using that big pushback. And KeyOfPoo is not giving it to him. Your health bar is shining because a lot of that life is going away.
And the future's looking bright here for Victeemo once again with the chain grab. Takes all the way to recover health right away from you. Ooh. Explosion goes overhead, and the heat gets denied with the down back four counter hit. KeyOfPoo just takes away the victory out of Victeemo. And what adds the salt to the wound is that counter hit from the low. Again, so for those that are new to Tekken 8, activating heat is considered to be an armor. And if you do a low, it is an instant counter hit, and KeyOfPoo did the perfect counter hit to close off that game. What a clutch moment for KeyOfPoo.
I think Victim of Ritual is playing a lot on layer 2 and layer 3. For example, they're doing the mid strings out of a lot of their situations, and you know, just going for those down 3-4-3s so much, expecting the heat engagers, and KeyOfPoo not giving it to Victim. Great idea.
Wow.
Beautiful duck.
Wow.
Remember how many shots that Nina has, you can get those punishes. 3 shots outside of heat, 5 shots inside of heat.
Beautiful awareness by KeyOfPoo. And oh my god, I just saw Victeemo get deleted. That was a murder. That was a murder. Someone called the cops.
Wow. KeyOfPoo just knowing exactly when to do these heat engagers. Great job right there with the tech roll into combo right there. Gets a long range wall splat by doing the wall standing 1/1+2, and Victeemo has opportunities to bring it back, but KeyOfPoo using the up 1+2 in the heat situation completely nullifies any map advantage that Victim would have had.
And just like that, he is nullifying for Victeemo's advancement in this TNS tournament. He is 1 round away to eliminate Victeemo. And Victeemo is not going to go down that easy.
You already know. We're in the corner. Gets a little bit of heat. Wants to keep that going. It's very interesting. Victeemo seems like he's getting the low wall splat heat burst on purpose so that he can keep heat and be able to get all of this recoverable health. Speaking of which, KeyOfPoo gets a heat engager, and that recovers the most amount of health when you are trying to get that back, when you actually get a successful heat engager.
The throw doesn't get broken and goes for the overhead, and KeyOfPoo 3 rounds straight and eliminates Victeemo.
Great match.
Ooh. The Velma Dinkley, I approve 10,000%. What you know about Velma Dinkley, KingReyJr? You're 18. There's no been any good Scooby-Doo for the past 20 years.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't know. And of course, JakeMan from
running this wall running 2, wall running 1+2. JakeMan's immediately going and getting the flip over in there, but maybe a wall break? Yes, we do. We're going over there.
Oh no, get off of me. Spends the aura. 25 seconds left in, and this is JakeMan we're talking about. This is anybody's game. Get off me again. I don't want to deal with anything with you. And KingReyJr. spends the heat smash. Doesn't care if you're tracking all the way to the left. We'll do it anyways.
He drew first blood. Get the first round right there. I like JakeMan's usage of the crouch throws because he knows how much that power crush is going to come out for Asuka. Speaking of getting crushed, Dr.TheJakeMan's back 1-2 got ducked and punished. We're going to go all the way over there, and an uncharacteristic heat burst whiffing right there gave Dr.TheJakeMan the opportunity to come back, but after the tech roll, it was nothing doing. KingReyJr. took a second round off of him.
And Dr.TheJakeMan, he's got to calm down with these strings. He is throwing out too much. That's just giving KingReyJr. the game. And beautiful whiff punish there, and we're gonna get us a wall burst. Here we go. Still's got tornado flip in hand, gets the big boot, and gets the running power bomb as the ender. Beautiful block.
Amazing how good Dr.TheJakeMan is of reading these lows. Backdash low block, knowing exactly that KingReyJr. was trying to scuff his luchador boots. And speaking of scuffing boots, KingReyJr. uses theirs, Dr.TheJakeMan uses their down 3+4 to scuff KingReyJr.'s boots and take the very last piece of their health.
Oh, that wall burst is not used, and KingReyJr. is going to take full advantage of that and the damage. Goes for an unblockable, tries to parry, but gets denied. KingReyJr. is putting on so much.
Game.
No,
that
you
is
cannot.
a change that these legacy Tekken players have to mix up. Boom.
Oh, here comes the mix.
Heat engager. Oh, what do we call
Rapid King
that
Onslaught. The Rapid King Onslaught, also known as the RKO, and Dr.TheJakeMan immediately evens it up 2-2. And beautiful whip punish out of the down one was the ground pound, and Dr.TheJakeMan gets the ground pound. Gets the wall burst here, and we're gonna get the swing, and we're putting you right back to the wall.
Oh my gosh. 55% or more on that. That was ridiculous. Dr.TheJakeMan going for the lows here, but KingReyJr. gets grabbed. What?
Wait a minute. Wait, that doesn't make sense.
I do not understand that.
That doesn't make sense.
It gave the counter hit throw break viewing, and yet we saw them get out of it. That made absolutely no sense. Harada, hello?
I don't know. What? Chat? Y'all know what to do. Y'all know what to do.
So let's try to break that down. Let's try to understand what happened. If they got counter hit by the throw, then they were getting unable to break the throw. If they got punished by the throw, then they were unable to break, or if they got punished by the throw, they were unable to break it because of the armor. And we saw that counter hit gleam in there. By all accounts, KingReyJr. should not have been able to break that throw.
Maybe because it was that throw. I don't know what the exact move. It is pretty much an upside power slam.
Okay.
To be fair, that move has a pretty huge throw, has a pretty big break window.
It does.
So even though it may have been counter hit, maybe even on counter hit, it still has a pretty decent window to break open.
That is saying, oh, maybe the throw has an extension, but we've established, Twitter has established, that if it was a chain throw and it punishes an armor move, that gets the entire chain.
Well, I don't know, man. KingReyJr. is playing Velma. Maybe Velma will figure it out for us.
Put that one on for me. I need that clipped. Let Twitter tell us. Let the lab monsters tell us what the issue is. Let's go. It's this low parry. Dr.TheJakeMan immediately goes for that 20-30% damage combo to start off round one.
Oh, the whiff punish with the 4-2-1, the double punch heat engager. Beautiful patience by Dr.TheJakeMan, and with that, gets rewarded with the heat smash, and we're going downstairs into the gold rush.
Oh my gosh, he absolutely had opportunity to kill. He went for huge damage for forward one, but unfortunately he whiffed it and couldn't get it. He did what?
He did that.
Why would he pull the trigger on that? Why would he risk it in this situation?
I don't understand, but KingReyJr will not complain and closes it off with the Rage Art. What a comeback that was just given to him. KingReyJr officially takes the lead.
Speechless. One down forward two. That's all it took for JakeMan to lose all of that momentum that he had. That gigantic heat smash into floor break was like certain victory for him, and threw it away. Damn shame. Speaking of the heat smash, KingReyJr blocks it and deals with the mix-up handily.
That's a grappler move if I've seen one. Ground pound. Tooth Fairy, down back three. It gets the aura, gets the wall splat, will not get the wall burst though.
Canceled the power crush and still had the ability to, canceled the heat burst and still had enough frames to power crush into JakeMan trying to whiff punish. That was kind of smart.
And we've seen it from the last game. JakeMan can definitely even it up, but he's got to play tight. He's got to play in full awareness now. Gets the first wall burst here, and this could be possibly killed. Open up, and
the shoulder double time. 22-second perfect right there. JakeMan needs to bring this back here and be careful. Great throw break to start off the round.
Down 1+2.
Oh my god, KingReyJr just running it. Beautiful 1+2-1 to break the floor and explode, break the wall. Heat burst, and he wants to stay in this heat for the Oki.
Both of them on heat, gets the heat dash here. 1163, thanks so much for rating a party of 217. This wall burst is for you, and JakeMan's gonna capitalize so much in the damage. Hope you had a fantastic stream, and that is gonna be it. No, not yet. 20 seconds in, Tooth Fairy hits off the ground. That could have been catastrophic.
KingReyJr could have had the whip punish right there. He goes for the dragon wheel kick to finish it off. The Hail Mary. Tupac would have been proud of that one. KingReyJr goes on to winner's side, winner's finals, and yet again shows his prowess in results. And we shall see how it goes. I hope you guys are in for a match to remember, because this certainly is going to be one.
And just to add on to this as well, Shadow20Z has a good amount of Lee matchup. He plays Lee for himself, and of course one of his training partners, Raziel, a very much of a resident Lee main of himself. So he has a pretty good knowledge of going up against a Lee, especially of a caliber like FightingGM.
The way that Shadow controls the space, but FightingGM doing so well with this poking right here and doing some great spacing of his own.
Oh, the flicker while standing one to Hitman. It goes to flicker one. That new addition to Lee's moveset is amazing.
Ooh. Look at the down 3 usage of FightingGM here, but Shadow20Z not afraid of the Hitman stance whatsoever. Goes into the dash jabs, into Superman, into some of this extra flips, and FightingGM is already fighting for his life with Rage right now. But look at all the recoverable health he has. Having the 20% damage buff as well as all of this health is going to certainly do wonders for him.
And that is one way to survive. FightingGM successfully keeps out with a counter hit, and just like that, all gas, no brakes, immediately gets the second round up. This pressure right now by FightingGM is eye-opening.
Ooh, look at the use of the back forward. That was an immediate running two. I couldn't have seen that with 3 sets of eyes right there. Sidestep into running two, did it double time, and Shadow20Z has got the heat to go with it.
Yeah, Shadow20Z is having an absolute trouble right now trying to find the control and trying to find his turn back, but FightingGM is not letting go. Gets the magic for it and gets the pickup as well. Gets the tornado flip, and They're gonna exercise some demons real quick as Shadow20Z activates the Rage Art.
That was a crazy call out right now because lead players, FightingGM, he did down for one, and I was like, I'm sure the down 3 is coming. Shadow20Z is like, I'm gonna go Magic 4, and it just destroyed FightingGM's life bar after that. Such a great call out.
He's doing a lot of Hitman stance into Flicker immediately. Oh, and the down 3 call out with the counter hit while sending 1-2, and perfect. Gets the heat dash, doesn't kill, even if it's unscaled. No duck afterwards.
Ooh, he whipped that one so hard. He was so far away. The Acid Storm just completely passed over them. No chance of participation in this one. 25 seconds left. Shadow20Z has got to get in on FightingGM, whipping these back 4s.
And the back 4 keep out, one of the best keep out tools, but talk about keep out. Keep those shins away from mine. As Shadow20Z low parries the full crash down forward 4. We're gonna spend the Rage Art, but I don't know if this will kill.
Notice the EMP wave right there. Oh my gosh. No matter where you are, doesn't matter if you're aerial or not, the Claudio will catch you with that huge radius of the Rage Art right there. That was so good for Shadow20Z, knowing exactly the amount of health that FightingGM needed left. Look at him poke down FightingGM.
Oh my god, what a call out from the down 3 with the hop kick. Shadow20Z is looking dominating in this last round. Spends the heat smash and we're gonna kill, and Shadow20Z brings it right back to us and gives us the prayer that Shadow20Z is still the top contender.
FightingGM actually, so these are two characters that have low heat smashes, and earlier in that game, FightingGM closed out the round with their low heat smash. Shadow says, I got one of those too, and closes out the game with it. Very interesting, when you have characters that have standing low heat smashes. Most of the characters in this game that have low heat smashes are out of lows. They're Lili, Ling, Shaheen. They're out of stance lows. But these guys, they have lows from standing here, and only one of them is launch punishable.
I wonder who.
We'll see if that comes up into play here. FightingGM has been doing such a great job poking down Shadow20Z here, but also, using these power mids as well.
Both of them could be matching. This outfit looks very, very for the occasion.
Yeah, we're at the discotheque right now.
Yeah, we are.
Like, both of these would go very well, like late 70s, early 80s discotheque.
FightingGM is playing a little bit slow, but still trying to bait out that down 3 counter hit. On heat now and has the life lead. Spends the 4-4-3 heat dash. Runs up, armor. I don't know if that was worth it. 10 seconds in, tries to spend the heat burst. He tried. He absolutely
tried to put out another 4-2 there, but the heat was already spent right there. Tried to go for another one of those projectiles, but he couldn't because the heat meter was completely gone. And FightingGM just takes it away because Shadow20Z didn't have his meter management on point.
No block
on the sidewalk or the slide. That was a shame.
Yeah, no punish on full crash down forward 4 and the slide, but that damage makes it up for the wall running 2 and gets the wall splat. Don't matter. Perfect. What he does is all perfection. It's shadow time, baby.
Ooh, nice interrupt right there with the backdash. Interrupt back 1-1, and Shadow20Z in heat, FightingGM at a 50% life deficit.
Ooh, even the just brave Shadow20Z is able to block that. It may not be launch punishable in some ranges, but Shadow20Z sends FightingGM on launch and is on set point to send FightingGM to losers. Here comes the full crash down for counter hit.
That low. Nice.
All guaranteed.
Look at him using these counter hit lows right here to try to catch Shadow20Z doing these magic 4s.
Goes for the double fang, no duck, but we'll get the low parry out of the back 3-3. His military roll gets a sidestep 4 off the ground.
Beautiful. Uses the heat burst, uses it as a get off me tool. I thought that was going to wall splat him. FightingGM was happy to not get wall splat, so happy that he got himself feeling like he could get himself a launcher and get some Oki after the heat dash, which is only +5, but then back 3-3 his natural combo afterwards. And Shadow20Z just didn't see it coming. Final round here for FightingGM. He needs to bring it back if he wants to stay in this top 8 winner side.
And that survival point is coming to crucial, and the lifeline of the backdoor counter hit comes into play. Send Shadow20Z all the way to the wall here. Back 3-3 again, down 3, and the wall standing 3-3. We're going all the way to the low, and FightingGM stays alive and evens it up 1-2-1.
Well, you can tell the way he used his just frame. He's a Tekken player. No time to talk. Man, he was running it. Those just frames that happened in the end of that combo that started that round gave him so much damage, so much Oki, wall carry, and by the time that Shadow even got the opportunity to do anything else, he was already down 60%. And then just the lows just stopped until Shadow just fell down.
And the fact that he actually used your heat first and then tornado flip, because while you're in heat with Lee, your just frames no longer have a just frame input. Okay. So with your forward 4-1 adds a little bit more damage compared to while standing 2-3.
Nice 4-2-2 right there. Great button. It gives Shadow20Z the starburst when he hits that button. FightingGM again missing the back 3-3 follow-up after the counter hit. Uncharacteristic of this veteran, but he's not perturbed. He is going to keep it going and gets the end of the round. Stays clutch.
Sound 3, forward 4. GM takes the lead immediately right back, but you know how Shadow is. It is always Shadow time. Anything could possibly happen into his palm of his hands. That down back 3 counter hit sends FightingGM all the way to the wall. Unfortunately, the wall gets a low wall split, and the military roll will not get the damage output.
Heat burst for heat burst. He trades, gets the mid, thinking that FightingGM is going to have to keep blocking back 3, but goes and says, now's my time. Heat smash. Bro, that snake edge counter hit in the very beginning of the last round, that was nuts.
Oh, you can duck that. It doesn't jail.
That's a really, really tight punish right there that FightingGM tried to do versus that 4-2-2. And Shadow20Z has got his back up against the wall, and FightingGM just using this down forward 1, these small pressures, and that forward 3, that power mid to keep Shadow with their back to the wall. But look at Shadow already getting some distance and getting their map advantage back.
Oh my god! What an answer by Shadow20Z. And there we go, goes for the mid option again, and Shadow20Z back again to set point.
Sir, Shadow20Z foreboding with the down forward 1, the first hit of the twin pistons. Another counter hit snake edge. That's nasty right there. And Shadow20Z is going to take his cape, use the Superman punch, and put FightingGM all the way to the wall, but GM fights his way back right to center stage.
Smart for Shadow20Z to not spend the last part of the Beyblade spin. And Shadow20Z once again gives the rising uppercut to FightingGM. Spends the heat smash, and that's gonna do it as Shadow20Z sends FightingGM to the loser side of top 8. Wow.
Whoa, look at the yellow paws right here. I love this custom from Healing. Oh, wow. AAA immediately going for the down jab into wall standing 1. Goes for the heat, goes for the frame trap, gets heat. Healing immediately goes for the knockdown and gets the waning moon. Back turn business, but AAA woke up backwards and therefore did not get hit by the mistrust. We are already on the second floor. That means we've broken the floor twice already with combos. And look at all of this pressure that AAA is putting on. Ooh, he wasn't still aerial. That's really good for AAA. He could have gotten comboed if he was aerial during the heat burst, but Peeling was able to keep it on their side, except AAA had it a little bit more momentum on theirs. Gets that last round. Oh, look at the down 3. Peeling going for back 1 afterwards. After Shaheen does down 3, there's a lot of situations that can happen there. Speaking of which, we got a situation where we are on the bottom. We are even only on round 2. We're going to see lots of desert out here. And Shaheen with the Sandstorm, which is the slide that is in the move list name, is very good in the desert. You would say that maybe he's got an environmental advantage here just a little bit. And AAA just putting on an absolute combo exhibition for us here.
AAA in such... it was very amazing of what this character can do, and AAA did just that. Here we go, Peeling. We're talking about combo videos. He got one for himself. Coming up very soon. Peeling is super close to closing this out and getting around for himself. And that's exactly how we do it.
Yeah, he needed that back. Those last 2 rounds were definitely not in Peeling's favor, and he did not get what he needed. Great wall standing 2 counter hit right there. Certainly needed that. Doesn't go for any Oki, just runs up and does the running 3. Been liking that a lot, apparently.
Peeling is definitely opting out more of the slash kick. He gets the 4-4-3 counter hit, but AAA will get the bitter end out of that trade. Ooh, heat smash, and that's what we were talking about earlier with Ling and Hypnotist. Peeling is such an advocate with the Hypnotist stance. And we're gonna start it off with the launcher here, and Peeling is immediately putting him into the mix.
Nice, good job right there. Peeling doing so well in sidestepping the pressure from AAA. Sidewalk left is a great option versus a lot of Shaheen's pressure, but we have that homing move, give some extra business on counter hit. Peeling didn't want to go for the heat dash in that situation. I'm not sure why, but look at the health deficit on AAA.
Oh no, heat right back at you. Here comes the guard break and destroys the great health out of you. It is final round, but the wall standing for Wake Up will save Peeling out of the catastrophe of AAA.
What a swing in momentum, right? Like AAA was just running over Peeling a lot in those first couple of rounds, and then just Peeling was like, nah, I'm gonna get me a launch, and then it's your turn to take my situations. And those running 3s on Wake Up were super good for Peeling to just continue the pressure and continue staying out of the danger zone for AAA.
From one swing, that's what you said, from one swing to another, man, it's just the way that both of them just shifted emotions. You can definitely feel how the way they play, right? And I was like, I want to get this W. But Peeling, on the other hand, I was like, no, I'm going to make you work for it. And unfortunately, you're not there yet. But we're putting on to the test here at the Celebration of the Sign. Time to party it up. And that's what Peeling is so damn good at. What a beautiful step.
Yeah, and then gets the heat burst, goes for the wall, and just gets this extra damage. Wanted to go for Hypnotist, AAA ducks the low. It's -12 no matter what situation that you block it in. But Peeling just was like, I'm not perturbed by the fact that you blocked that. I'm just going to keep the pressure on.
And he's not bothered at all with AAA getting that beautiful whip punish. But Peeling's got out of there immediately.
Well, look at all of this quick pressure. I'm in the stance, I'm not in the stance, I'm in back turn. Waning Moon right here. This grab is essentially a launching throw if you do not break it. And look at all of this back turn business that Peeling is giving AAA.
Triple H tried to take the control back with a down back too, but peeling on back turn, Ling on back turn is such a menace, especially when you're up against the wall. And peeling just like that is 2 rounds up and about to eliminate Triple H.
Ooh, that is
That's all guaranteed.
Right after the homing move, right? And then into Hypnotist, goes for the low, which is a knockdown after 1 step if you're in heat. And Triple A just could not deal after that knockdown, after that guaranteed damage, after that wall pressure for a lot of the characters in the game. Inca going with the squid mode, Tekken 7. We shall see some matchup knowledge here that you guys are gonna love. I can't wait for you guys to see it. He misses the launch punish on the high out of the demon pop, but chooses to show that he does know that there is a high there.
Shows a little bit of knowledge, talking about the flash. Speeding things up here, but Pastel Tommy denies the flight and jabs out to get a full combo out of it. So puts Inca all the way to the wall, and just like what you said, Tony, just like what you said, Demon falls out of there, but back to reality we go with the flash.
Still got all this heat, like beautiful spin, but unfortunately was able to get tracked on the end of that. That was wild right there. Inca still has plenty of life and 15 seconds remaining. Yo, the upward one, cheeky, 24 frame orbital. Oh my gosh, you got hit by the bad breath right there. And look at all of this damage. Yo, 50%.
Inca is styling on Pastel Tommy right now. Gets caught by the low unblockable. And chooses for it again. No, gets caught by the mid.
He went for some cheeky Oki at the end there. Was a little bit too hasty to finish the wall standing 1-2 string and didn't get the wall combo that they wanted, but still lots and lots of pressure right there. I'm telling you, you cannot do that move. You are not allowed to do it. But one thing that you are allowed to do is backdash. That is the thing that can actually get you a lot of victory versus Yoshimitsu players, which we saw right there.
That electric was crispy. Taking 50% health, gone immediately. But Inca's gonna try to answer back and try to gain more health, but gets caught by the heat dash and gets a spike off the ground.
Ooh, down forward 1 into sidestep 1. He's got a lot of recoverable health. He does have the ability to take this back. He tries to go for the crouch dash 2. Oh my gosh, that breath stays there super long, so I'm actually very surprised that Pastel Tommy didn't get hit by the breath aerial. And we got a suicide harakiri, do you feel me? Pastel Tommy stood there and looked at it, and Inca takes that first game in perfect Yoshimitsu fashion.
I seen it, Tony. I felt it. It happened. Inca taking the page out of Dude Hoodie's book and transferring the skill and felt his soul. And its caliber goes right through him and takes it with the seppuku.
You know, it is really interesting that both you and KingReyJr. both mentioned Dude with Hoodie there, because Dude with Hoodie is known as, you know, he's known as the party Yoshi of North America. But, you know, we've all got a little bit of that in us as Yoshimitsu players, as Inca showed right there. Pastel Tommy goes for the Jin instead, because obviously they noticed that Reina just cannot do 4-4-2, which is just such an integral part of her move list.
Ah, beautiful awareness. The North sword stance, when it goes to that sword sweep, there is another another extension afterwards.
Yep, and Pastel Tommy could have launched it. It's -14, but he went for whatever was available to him, kept the pressure going, got some wall splat, got some Oki, and finished that round.
Rainbow drop comes in. But beautiful keep out with that down forward too. Inca able to catch Pastel Tommy with a huge counter hit.
That was great. He caught Pastel Tommy coming in. Oh, if you want to get away from Jin's down 2, just spin away. Only takes 10 damage from you.
Tries to go for the wall jump and spends the heat now. Inca's looking amazing, but Pastel Tommy gets the wall splat from the heat smash and gets the back 1-2 tornado flip afterwards.
That wall splat is so far away. There it is, not ducking the 3-1. Dragonfly 3, that's an unparryable low right there. And Inca goes for the tried and true wall standing flash after the tech roll.
Beautiful block out of the sweep and gets the wall standing 2. All the way to the wall here with the Savage Sword, sharpening it up.
That's a Demon Paw you can use versus this character. All right, goes for the Poison Wind God Fist right there, and takes a little bit of extra using the mental stack, but Pastel Tommy connects with the heat engaging 442. But Inca is now in rage, got a 20% damage buff, as well as all this life, but Pastel Tommy gets the hop kick immediately and just completely takes away any opportunity because Inca went for the sword sweep at the corner.
Pastel Tommy's on survival point here to go up against Inca. This beautiful, beautiful gameplay of Jin is showing its dividends that this is the better character to go against the Yoshi. As you mentioned earlier, after that 442, that flash usage has definitely decreased from Inca.
Ooh, I like that. Pastel Tommy was like, I know I'm super close after Heat Engager, and thought, Inca's gonna flash here. And Inca was like, no, I don't feel like it. I've got another game to play with. Why would I kill myself right here? Ooh, that's a Heat Engager and a Heat Dash. That gives Inca the opportunity to get some combo here. Pastel Tommy in rage. Oh
what
my
a bait!
gosh, that was a million IQ. Went for the up forward 2, canceled it, and Pastel Tommy was like, I blocked that and I punished it, right? Nope. Honestly, he wasn't even at the spacing. Even if Inca had let up forward 2 rip, he couldn't have punished it anyway with that up forward 2.
Yo, the defense right now by Inca though, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the defense and the offense. Nice breakout of Pastel Tommy. And this could be what they wrote. It is set point versus survival point.
He's not doing the no sword stance sweep. He just keeps going for the safer option, the wall standing 1-2, and doing so well. But unfortunately, didn't choose the safe option there. Went and tried to go for the full crouch down 4-4 homing move, and Pastel Tommy got a launcher, got some extra on the end of it, and Inca is in some trouble.
Woo! What a beautiful defense by Pastel Tommy, and we stay alive. Sends the rage to Inca. 1-2-1.
Surely he wouldn't block it and kill me twice, would he?
Absolutely not.
See, that's the thing though, is that for lows, Yoshimitsu doesn't have long range, good lows outside of some really slow options and or some very high risk options. And that full crouch down forward 4, you can do it from instant full crouch. You can do it very quickly to the point where most people shouldn't be able to see it. But unfortunately, Pastel Tommy smelled it, was ready to block it not once, but twice and get the W. And we got ourselves a final game. This is what we want to see. As much as I want to see my Florida boys stomp, I want to see more of these games.
High octane gameplay from both of them and all of the players all around of Tekken Never Sleeps. It's been exciting for every single one. Pastel Tommy gets the 1+2 grab after a counter hit as well. Spends the heat dash out of the 1+2 and closes it off with a down forward 1-4.
He's doing so good at waiting to see if Inca wants to flash. Gets the forward 1+2 heat engager. Pastel Tommy knows that he can backdash and beat a lot of options after the Dragonfly transition there. Was able to get a big punisher on that from Phantom Pain. Big whiff punish.
And he had enough range as well to back up and get a wall standing to full launch punish. But Inca is not phased of what has happened. He continues to even up the score. 1-1.
Pastel Tommy is refusing to duck 3-1. He's refusing to duck that string that puts Yoshimitsu into the Dragonfly stance right there. Oh, we went for the 10-hit combo, which leaves you in Stone Fist, which leaves you in a wall standing position. That was kind of sick, kind of godlike right there. Finally, Inca goes for the mid option after the Dragonfly transition.
There we go. The flash finally comes in true fashion. You reach, I teach. Inca. Woo! Oh, the damage with the heat dash, and we're gonna
Yes.
kick on through. He's on set point once again.
Inca finishes it off with the Alpha Ender right there. That forward 1+2 is nigh on guaranteed. Another one of these right here. That actually was launch punishable by Pastel Tommy, but Inca got away with it.
No more heat on deck. Inca got hands to give out now. Hands in the sword. Pastel Tommy spends the heat for himself. Down 2. Full crash down forward. No block this time. Spends the Demon Paw.
No, you didn't do that. No, this is not the launcher that you wanted. He did an instant tornado. He should have done while standing 2-1. He could have had wall carry. He could have had tornado. He could have had so much. But because of that, he didn't get the Oki that he needed. He wasn't able to finish off that round. And Pastel Tommy took advantage of that. And we're on ourselves final round.
Final. Goes for the mid again. Inca is not opting up for the low. It doesn't matter how many times you duck, I'm still going for it.
That mid is only -4 on block. There's no reason that he shouldn't go for it. Oh my gosh, the throw. This is going to be a huge shift in momentum. Both of the characters in heat. We are dealing with some craziness. Oh, Pastel Tommy goes for the down jab after there. Very interesting.
Both of them have extinguished their heat. No counter hit on the sweep. Still going on for the low. He's not ducking anymore. Tony, he's not ducking anymore. Tries to go for the whip punish of the Demon Paw. Demon Paw again. Beautiful block in the stature kick. Remember, Pastel Tommy's got on rage. Both of them on rage now.
13 seconds remaining right there, and finally gets the 3-1 that catches natural combo. Pastel Tommy tries to dash in. Up though, we got Peeling versus JakeMan. This is gonna be a classic, just like you said.
And of course, Peeling going for the Rock Lee outfit, and JakeMan staying true with the Gardner in his hat. Not a Cowboys hat though, which is unfortunate. But still the same effect here. And Peeling immediately taking JakeMan all the way to heat, and we're gonna close it out just like that.
DrJakeMan with the Gardener's hat, trying to be a farmer king over here, trying to farm these wins off of Peeling and farm these throws as well. Throwing this, man, and Peeling gets the good roll afterwards to not take extra damage at the end.
And he's harvesting the heat at the moment and tries to go for the heat smash, but Peeling denies it with the challenge. Heat on right back here and spends the heat mash here. There's DrJakeMan, tries to go for the homing mid. Wow,
obviously, honestly, was the right decision, except this is AOP, and if there's one matchup that we've heard time and time again is not good for King because of the hitboxes of his mids, it is this one. Just like that.
Yeah, just like that.
Whiffing on AOP as well. This is rough. JakeMan's gonna have to start using some lows to be able to catch AOP.
Well, 4-4-1, that's a great move. Tries to go for the Jaguar rush here, but still doesn't do anything. Spends the heat smash, goes for the low. Nice break out of the Shining Wizard here by Peeling, but goes for the Snake Edge.
Neck roll, Snake Edge, a classic. Big Dame 21 taught us about that one. Big Dame, yikes, the heat smash. And it leaves you standing versus Hypnotist. That's scary stuff, but JakeMan was like, I'm gonna block correctly, and I'm gonna get this win, and stays alive.
Trying to play the movement here. Peeling trying to go for the homing and the guaranteed as well. Nice twitch duck here by JakeMan. Hypnotist low. It doesn't go for the full launch here. Again, 3 steps. That's a full launcher. Nice break.
Yeah, we King players. We live by the throws. We don't die by the throws. Nice back 3. Oh,
back 3,
my
yes,
goodness.
right.
And he gets the cutscene, which does extra damage, but no tech roll right there. That killed him.
And just like that, JakeMan, in true JakeMan fashion, evens up the score, but can he close it out though? Spends the heat, gets the full bound combo. He still gets a tornado flip afterwards, gets to use the back 1+2. And we're gonna still running through a beautiful step out of the heat smash.
Yeah, King's heat smash actually extremely linear. So, you know, you can see that right here, even if it wasn't Xiayou and her evasion. probably would have gotten it in that situation. Great counter hit right there out of the back turn. We're into some heat, some hypnotist, but JakeMan getting another one. That's 3 giant swings we've seen already.
Did you see that? Did you see JakeMan just baits Peeling? Think he was gonna go for a Shining Wizard, and Peeling knew he wanted to Twitch duck that Shining Wizard, but JakeMan stopped right in front of him. Waits till Peeling gets up and giant swings him. That's Galaxy.
It is.
That is Galaxy.
I think that's so great, and just like the idea of the king player, they run up, and you're like, all right, I saw them do an instant running. Surely they're gonna go for the Shining. And him being like, no, but now I have it in your mind. Now I have you thinking about breaking 1+2. Now I'm gonna go for the 1 instead. JakeMan was on the ropes there for a while, but if there's one thing that a luchador knows how to do, it's sling back on the ropes.
Absolutely, and puts on the show for everyone. The 1-2-1 able to track the way he needs to be. And JakeMan tried to walk, but unfortunately, no cigar. Here comes the push. It gets the float combo as well. Goes on the full wall ender and gets the axe handle. It activates the wall burst. JakeMan's gonna get a lot of damage output here.
Wow,
Boom.
That was nasty. The running exploder hit with the low wall splat. Heat burst just completely neutralized by AOP. But I get the heat smash. 50+ damage. Healing is enraged, but is whiffing these moves at long range, and your back gets completely exploded by the running exploder.
A bomb far away, and he set it on fire. JakeMan continues extending the lead here. And Peeling, he may have a really good health difference here, but JakeMan is putting Peeling all the way to the wall, but the waiting move gets connected. It is up against the wall, so not much of a full combo done. Spins the heat smash here and hypnotist mid. Peeling takes the second round convincing fashion.
Hypnotist mid, power crush, heat, or power crush +4. It's nasty situation. It's even more plus in heat and with more steps that you get. Man, look at that JakeMan floating with 4-4-1 and getting all of this. Goes for Jaguar sprint into the RKO, but nothing doing. Peeling is down and evasive and just completely steals the momentum away.
Tries to walk right out of the Hypnotist 4. But no cigar, but beautiful block there and the right punish as well.
Hello? Heat's Rage Art, but it whiffs completely as KingReyJr loves to do. And going for the high after that down 4-2-1, just Peeling with not gonna get hit by that. But the power crush into the hot knee, that was solid.
Unfortunately, not solid enough as he drops the combo. That was huge for him to take control back, but that counter hit from the 4-4 neutral 2 Lariat will change the tides. Here we go.
Great job, not breaking, not getting thrown in that situation. Peeling took a lot of damage right there, but was able to get the map advantage back in their corner, and they are both at neutral map. That's 4 of them, Spirit.
That's too much now, JakeMan. You can't keep getting away with this. It is now set point versus survival point. Will JakeMan move on? Gets the backs. Wow, he gets full gut punch of back turn and still gets a full launcher out of that. I didn't know that.
Because JakeMan knows his back turn combos. That's because JakeMan does his study. He's got a PhD in combos out here. Look at that.
Hey.
Beautiful. That was max damage right there. That was solid. Amazing. Another waning moon with the back to the wall, and Peeling still does not want to go into heat yet.
Right there, but spends the heat smash, and I think that's gonna do it. And yes, it does. JakeMan throws it down and sends Peeling to elimination. So that's why I had that thought. So maybe we'll see it here. Inca with the Yoshi, FightingGM with the lead.
Ooh,
it is coming
got him
up
with the Spirit Shield. That's plus 17 or more, depending on the situation. FightingGM stays down, doesn't get hit by the guard break situation, but immediately gets a counter hit right back.
Oh, he tried to go for an extra back two for the combo, but unfortunately drops it. But that's completely okay. That is completely okay in this situation here. But Inca gets a whip punish out of the pulse blade, 4-4-3.
FightingGM knows to duck that string, and Inca is like, oh, we eating today.
Oh,
they're ducking. They're ducking early now.
Back 3-3.
Back 3-3. He tries to go for the flash because back 3-3 puts you into mist. But FightingGM canceled it, and Inca killed himself by that flash, that panic flash.
That 1+2 homing is doing an absolute wonder here for FightingGM as it becomes full launcher here. Just like how it is in Tekken 7, one of the best buffs he's got.
Inca's been doing really well with down 4-2s today. Goes for the poison wind into flee. Gets a couple of those Manji spin kicks. Does not get the punish on the back four, but look at all the chip damage that you take in that situation.
Nice break out of the generic here for FightingGM. Tries to go for the down forward 4-4 heat. Here we go.
Into his own death, and FightingGM did not have the first hit, so he couldn't get a heat burst follow-up. We're 15 seconds left in here, and unfortunately, Inca could not break that throw and gets sent down to the ground.
The 1+2 unable to broke and close it off with a blazing kick. Inca gets the heat engager afterwards. It still goes for the 3-2. Mid-mid instead of the mid-high. Gets the just frame slide, extra 5 damage. And 10 frame punish here for FightingGM.
Punished with while standing 2-3. He gets the Azuna drop, the back turn throw. You gotta love it. Ooh, you saw that small full crouch right there, waiting to see if maybe FightingGM was gonna panic and hop kick. He did flash again after back 3-3. He must have some knowledge that it must be good in that situation.
Launch! No! Unfortunate!
No, so you can hop kick any time in that situation. And we know that Inca didn't have it ready. Was maybe trying to low parry the third hit. Couldn't pull it out. And FightingGM took that handily after Inca had his little frustration and wasn't able to punish him there.
You can definitely feel the power there by GM, especially with all those counter hits, especially from the 1+2. There is a lot of moments that GM caught Inca just pressing, regardless of what side it was. It is one of the best homing tools that he's got, one of the best counter hit tools that he's got. And Inca's got to be really, really careful on either spinning or stepping all the way to the left.
Yeah. Yeah, Inca's using a lot of the Yoshimitsu specific tools, right? FightingGM not really using a lot of the Hitman stance, but notice he's using the Hitman stance 1, which is good to beat out a lot of these options. I don't know how Inca's going to deal with it, especially after taking this huge combo to start off the round of game 2.
He got up after back 4 for the Oki. Gets caught by the full pulse blade and gets caught by the machine gun kicks and the pickup with the back 3-3.
Full 21 second perfect right there. No punish on the forward 1+2 from FightingGM. Could have been maybe a distance thing that he wasn't favorable for punishing it. Great job sidestepping in a Hitman stance. He's already in heat. Inca puts himself into rage, gets a counter hit trade for his troubles, goes for heat. Doesn't go for the Alpha Ender. Not sure what he was trying to do in running up and jabbing like that.
Yep, and FightingGM doesn't even need to do the acid rain just frame as he was already on heat. No just frames needed, and he's already on set point to eliminate Inca from TNS. Gets the down forward 4-4 heat and still putting on that amazing pressure again with the 1+2 counter hit. And tries to go for another while standing 1-2 wall carry, but it doesn't matter because he ends it off with the 7 golden letters. That's perfect. And convincing.
See how that happens. Oh, she looks like Lili. You like
listen,
up,
chat. You guys gotta help me out with this custom. I don't know who this is.
Is it Rosalina from Mario?
Possibly. But regardless, your chat saying Rosalina. Alright, you win. Oh! While running forward, that's another neat thing you guys gotta keep in fact. And with that, he gets the back 2-1 guaranteed and gets Starburst in hand. Just like, what did I say? What did I say? Shadow20Z tried to use the Starburst, and KingReyJr knew the timing and spins the Sabaki.
Now, Shadow20Z could have delayed that, right? He could have delayed it a little bit or not done it at all, but KingReyJr was like, I know you're going to do this right now. Do it. Went for the Sabaki right when that was happening, and KingReyJr was like, nah, you're going to have to try something other than those hit confirmable, delayable power crushes, or excuse me, launchers that you're trying to do.
Forward, and Shadow20Z is trying to find the timing here. And KingReyJr is just denying everything. The steps is working for Shadow, but no the reward system for him. Finally gets a heat engager and puts KingReyJr all the way to the wall. Now here comes the pressure here. Back 3. And oh, beautiful block. And Punish, but drops the combo. Just have the aura in hand, spins it. Now on heat for himself and gets the heat dash.
Yeah, and then got a little voila of their own. Took a little lesson from Lili on that to finish off that combo. And Shadow20Z is down 2 rounds already in game 1. Look at these knees right here.
Shadow20Z trying to keep the spacing here, but unfortunately no cigar. KingReyJr trying to catch Shadow20Z stepping, but nothing out of there yet. No punish there, but we'll get the Beyblade spin. Shadow20Z is very close all the way to the wall. We are at the boat and we are partying.
Uses the back 1, and KingReyJr just steals the turn back immediately, goes for the heat burst, heat dash, and huge amounts of damage right there. Had to tech roll, Shadow20Z did. And remember, this is a first to 3 set, but that first game, 3 rounds straight to KingReyJr could set the tone for the rest of it.
Yeah, what a beautiful read by KingReyJr. Counter hit up forward 3 out of Shadow's low heat smash. And that just wrote the story for game 1. What a play.
And they were on that really small stage, which I think Asuka likes, because her wall carry is not super long, and in general, she doesn't want to be super far away from you. When she gets far away from you, she likes to, or at least KingReyJr likes to run up, running 1+2, get those plus frames, and keep the range 0 pressure going. But KingReyJr just doing so well staying composed, especially versus KingReyJr, or versus Shadow20Z.
Here it comes, nice step, finally working out for Shadow, sidestep forward. This is the pressure that he was looking for from the first match, but you know who likes to play pressure with pressure? KingReyJr. Beautiful wall slide there.
Oh my gosh, I thought that they were back turn. Shadow doing a great job on defense, not pressing into that scramble situation. And KingReyJr is trying to chase down Shadow, who is back dashing, back walking. Look at the way that they are moving here. The white mountain throw threw you off the mountain. That's 4 rounds straight for KingReyJr because Shadow20Z did not break that grab.
That's a damn shame. KingReyJr continues to put on the violence towards Shadow20Z. No unblockable needed and gets the full combo after the wall splat. Luca
got way more wall combo than he deserved on that one. That was wild. Beautiful duck, but unfortunately, KingReyJr was in a corner situation and Shadow20Z's collision spheres went off the rails and he couldn't get a launch punish. And already, unfortunately, Shadow20Z doesn't get the chance to reel and mourn his loss because he's already in another combo.
The Junior is on fire right now. He's about to have another no-round round, possibly, but Shadow20Z's got to answer back quick. The aura and gets the full-on combo as well. Still got Tornado Flip? No, a little bit off range.
Oh, his Shadow20Z played with fire there and just immediately got snuffed by the Heat Smash, which, by the way, we labbed. It will low crush in 5 frames, that heat smash, just like her cans will. Not that it mattered. Didn't even see what Shadow20Z wanted to do there. Wanted to move, wanted to duck, not sure. The range on that button, the speed, the distance, the damage just completely obliterated the rest of Shadow20Z's health. And KingReyJr. Was that 6 rounds straight?
That's 6 rounds straight, Tony.
Wow.
That is 6 rounds straight. KingReyJr. did not give any breathing room for Shadow at all. It felt like Shadow had a turn to play a little bit, but KingReyJr. felt like he just took his lunch money.
Get ready for the next
sure.
battle.
The
That's how
lunch
it
money
felt like.
and used it to buy their own lunch money, put it in their basket, and is gonna go have a picnic of their own.
Well, what better way to do it at Ortiz Farm, the best place to have a picnic in Tekken 8.
All right, Shadow20Z goes for the Zafina instead, thinking maybe movement is gonna get me some victory here. The backdash was really not working out for the Claudio earlier. Dude, the range on that was nasty. I can't believe Shadow20Z got hit by that.
I can't believe this is happening as well. KingReyJr. drops the combo a little bit. But
Still
look
does
at
a
the
ridiculous
difference.
amount of damage. just
Yeah,
with the first
exactly.
hit. And like,
Exactly.
he didn't get the break, the floor break after the wall standing 1-3 right there. Could not punish down 3. The arc blast, inner strength. Shadow20Z is going down. KingReyJr. wants these wall explosions. If there's one thing that we know, KingReyJr. knows his wall explosion combos. So he wants to be on this bottom stage to finish out this winner's finals now.
It's guaranteed. That's a little backturn from Scarecrow 3. Yeah, it's what you said earlier. Maybe the Zafina pick was the play because he has to play a little bit more patient with the movement in hand. But KingReyJr. says he doesn't care. He absolutely does not care. Movement or not, how evasive you can be. I'm going to play how I'm going to play.
Shadow20Z must be shook. He didn't even attempt to punish the down 1+2 whip that happened earlier right there. KingReyJr. is smelling fear and puts the heat dash on him. And that's going to be another kill right there after the wall explosion. And that's 10 rounds straight so far. Wait a minute.
No.
Sorry, 8 rounds
8.
straight. I did my math wrong. Excuse me.
This is looking very promising for KingReyJr. He's on set point to advance to winner's side grand finals, and we're gonna do it with the Soul Stealer. Shadow20Z is looking in trouble from one wall to another. Unblockable with the wall burst. KingReyJr. takes it in convincing fashion with the gold, with the coins, and with the golden letters. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm subbacking it.
Losers semifinals here. This is our last first to 2 set, and then with first to 3s all day after that, baby. Dr.TheJakeMan and FightingGM fighting it out to see who's gonna play Shadow20Z in losers finals.
And this is the first time JakeMan's going against FightingGM. So this is gonna be a huge change of pace here. Like one aggressiveness to another. Lee versus King. And just like that, FightingGM able to find the tempo of how JakeMan's playing and hop these out of the down jab.
It was unfortunate that JakeMan dropped his first combo and then FightingGM was able to pick it right back up like it was a fumble, take it to the touchdown zone, and just brought it back for themselves. He's not getting these acid rains, and that is just a shame. And JakeMan knows that the last bit of that is a high now. That's so interesting, that change that they made.
It was always a high. The only problem is that this acid rain doesn't jail anymore. That's the big difference. Oh, I think you're dead.
You're dead. You're 100% dead.
Good night. JakeMan, the swing of clutch. The giant swing answers the call. 1-2-1. Down forward 2-1. Gets the counter hit here. It's the running power bomb. No, he goes for the figure 4 leg lock. All natural.
Revegeance onslaught right there. Goes for the long Jaguar sprint. geez, he just knew that FightingGM was going to go for the low. And, you know, not a lot of people will launch punish down 3 from lead. And he did the tough stuff, the full crouch down 4-2, not just the hop kick right there.
Oh,
another one.
my,
Give it
what
to
a
me,
read.
JakeMan. He's killing it
What a
right
read.
now.
He is dissecting GM right now. About to put on to your next operation. Swing on through. RKO again. Oh my God.
There's just nothing you can do about it. He got him a couple of grabs that were counter hit, which made it even harder for FightingGM to break, aka he did not break them. And he was using the Jaguar sprint so well in that last match that JakeMan, that FightingGM was just like, he's not gonna run at me from all the way over there and grab me, is he? Oh no!
He absolutely did. He absolutely did. What a way of evolution for JakeMan, from figure 4 to the RKO and getting that win. JakeMan is como se dice, operational.
Yes, sir. Surgical, we call it.
Oh, yo, very full card in the building for GM.
It's nasty that Hitman stands for 1+2 is safe like that. Oh, the range on the stomach smash right there, doing such great work. That 4-4 neutral too, and I'm smelling that this is going to be a tool that JakeMan wants to use for this round. Another counter hit throw. Is going to hit the wall?
No, barely. Spends the heat cancel and goes for the pulse blade and runs it off with a 1 running 3-4.
He needed that round back right there after eating all of those throws and all that Oki right there. FightingGM is glad to have some momentum on his side, but taking a power crush to the face at the very beginning, not a great thing to start off with, and neither is eating a heat engager versus King.
JakeMan tried to use with the heat smash, but GM is looking very, very confident in playing this range 0 pacing. Here comes the Jaguar Rush, and beautiful timing with the wall standing 3. GM quickly gets 2 rounds up on the board.
Right.
Beautiful step.
Great, yes, and immaculate step, but unfortunately it was so off axis that he couldn't get anything off of it right there, and JakeMan gets away with murder.
Single knee slam down here by JakeMan. Spends the heat.
No, FightingGM is in rage. He does have a 20% damage increase right now, and just those small pokes will do lots more. But JakeMan is also in there, and the acid rain gets the punish right there. And if there's one thing that you know, that is a extremely damaging punisher with that extra unscaled damage on the end. FightingGM solids that up. 1-1.
In quick fashion as well. Oh man, I'm looking at the chat. I'm seeing SoCal. I'm seeing NYC. Dude, this is this is a regional battle at this point.
It is. East Coast, West Coast.
But here's the thing as well with back 1-2, it is -13. And in Tekken 7, there are times with the range that even Acid Rain wouldn't reach.
Right.
I believe back 1-2 decreased the pushback.
In Tekken, from Tekken 7 to Tekken 8, you mean?
Yeah.
I think that sounds right. They did that for a lot of moves, like for example, Bryan's while standing 1, Lars while standing 2. They don't have the pushback that they used to have. Like back in Tekken 7, you block one of those moves and you're just like super far away, and they definitely changed the pushback on a lot of those moves. So I can't say. I'll have to take a closer look at back 1-2 on block if we do see it again this next round, this next game. JakeMan going for Ortiz Farm right now. Gonna probably choose that because of the great balcony break and floor break possibilities right now. Remembering that heat smash of Kings will break the floor after doing 64 damage.
But you gotta be really careful. You're going against FightingGM. You're fighting against Lili. We talking about wall carry and wall damage. This character's got it.
speaking of got it, Fighting GM got 70 damage taken off of them after that counter hit giant swing, and JakeMan spends the heat, and Fighting GM still has heat on their side, and picks up with the counter hit back 4. He got up, Spirit.
He did. He did. That's not 14 anymore. Nice break out of the Shining Wizard here. Goes for the slide. Counter hit. Gets the full crown down for 4 guaranteed.
Wow, that was great comeback right there. Eating 70 damage off of the giant swing at the beginning of a round can be really demoralizing, but Fighting GM, he is a seasoned tournament player. He's ready to keep things together. He's in heat, and in 10 seconds, he's taken away 50% of JakeMan's life, but unfortunately, another one of these giant swings. That's number 6, I want to say, at least.
And we're gonna mix it up here. We're gonna go for the sharpshooter, make him tap out, putting GM on rage. And it goes for the single leg busting crab. And step on him. JakeMan, what an answer back.
I love it. Nice 1+2 opportunity right there. JakeMan gets it right to the gut, but luckily it wasn't counter hit, and so we're still in the standing situations here.
That's a punish there with the wall setting 2-2 with the beautiful acid rain.
And he put JakeMan just out of rage, so he couldn't have tried to rage art in that situation before his last bit of health was whittled down.
GM is on set point to eliminate JakeMan and get his possible run back against Shadow20Z.
JakeMan really wants that push, especially since he was so close to the balcony break. And there it is, gets the heat engager, finally got that counter hit, and he wants that balcony break so incredibly bad right now. You can see it. Ooh, the heat smash. He spent it not having the floor break. He says, I want that floor break so bad, but I need this round first.
Beautiful fuzzy dog there. Gets the wall setting 2-3 and gets the heat smash connected. This could be all she wrote here. Oh my god, oh my god.
4-2, the jawbreaker, but Fighting GM says, that's fine. I know I didn't need that. I didn't want that combo, but he kept it together, and Fighting GM is going to go on to fight Shadow20Z, and this is a rematch of what we saw earlier. Or not, we're going immediately back to the coffee farms here, and Shadow and 20Z Fighting GM for losers finals in TNS 4. Let's go.
A 3 out of 5 setting. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get it. This is gonna be quite the run back here. Tries to go for 4-4-2 and beautiful read out of the down 3. Think it was gonna go for the counter hit, but no launch punish. No punish at all.
And Shane, down 4-3-1, got a nice knockdown for Shadow20Z right there. Fighting GM just pressing his way out of there, out of the wall disadvantage, and goes for the deadly edge to try and forebode again that back 4, and he says, heat time is now. I'm turning on the oven.
And he takes the pastry out of that one. Shadow20Z just steals that from Fighting GM. The momentum just completely shattered.
Ooh, nice. Beautiful challenge right there. You knew that Fighting GM was going to go and cancel in that situation. And Shadow20Z has got GM on the walls, on the brink.
GM just like that, trying to get that shape-shifting momentum. And the Shadow is just completely denying that. This is a completely different Shadow that we've seen from the first time we saw them go against each other. Shadow's playing definitely a bit more complicated and more confident.
More compact as well. Dang, nice duck right there. Shadow20Z getting a little bit of this recoverable health back. He didn't get a launch off of that. He didn't need it. He's gonna get himself a key burst off of that down forward 3-1 hit confirmable wall splat and take that first game 3 rounds straight versus Fighting GM, even though it seemed like it was so back and forth during that set. Fighting GM was certainly fighting with the highest of levels of delay and the counter hit fishing and using the different hit level mix-ups as well. But Shadow 20Z was just so ready.
Yeah, and I just wanted to remind you guys, no matter what day it is, no matter what time it is, no matter what the situation is, it is always Shadow time, and Shadow 20Z just demonstrated us that never count him out. Never.
All right, off we go to the descent into the subconscious. Theoretically, this is a choice by FightingGM because you can end a lot of your combos in spikes, like running 3-4 or 4 down or 4-4, 4-4-3, and be able to get some of those wall breaks after, or sorry, floor breaks at the end of a combo right there. Shadow 20Z not worried about that though, because I get plenty of damage with my combos without needing the floor.
Standing 3-3, nice block there, no punish unfortunately. Tries to go for the acid rain, unfortunately no connection.
This is the last hit of the acid rain. FightingGM using that down forward one so well to start up his offense and his turn stealing. To them in heat now. None of them going for the heat burst just yet. Remember, they both have low heat smashes if they want to go for them. And he did the hop kick to try and preempt it. FightingGM said, I don't feel like using my heat smash there, and blocked the hop kick, and Shadow 20Z got punished for it.
FightingGM looking pretty confident in this set. Nice Hitman stance 3, trying to catch Shadow 20Z pressing and successfully do so. But now Shadow 20Z's got FightingGM up against the wall. Now his turn to catch FightingGM pressing.
That didn't count as a floor burst right there, did it? It doesn't look like the floor is purple. Rage Art again. FightingGM was not doing what Shadow 20Z thought he was going to, and Shadow 20Z is down yet another round.
Yo, Dr. Mudking, thank you so much for the Prime subscription for 3 months. Thank you all so much. Italian Piston, sidestep, and we're not going down?
I
guess
don't
we're not
know.
going down.
Must not have been in the right situation. Could have been at that. It was the odd wall splat that it had to be there. There you are doing them break dances on your head. Gonna get slammed down. No, it must again be the wall splat situation. I'm not sure why it's not breaking the floor other than the amount of hits that Shadow 20Z is doing, but it's okay. He saved the floor break for later, clearly.
Oh, excellent with an Acid Rain Cardinal. Oh, he's gonna bait out for the double fang. Very, very quick. Tries to bait out the backdoor counter hit. He's playing the perfect range for it, but Shadow 20Z is now putting GM on a very precarious position. But gets out of there with the down forward 4-4 heat engager back on neutral ground.
Shadow 20Z using the running forward as an approach tool, trying to press on. FightingGM's wish to duck the Superman punch, but he says if you're not going to duck it, that's fine with me. Heat burst. FightingGM is completely out of heat gauge, but there are 18 seconds remaining. He says he didn't need it. Standing 3-3 ties the set.
And that 3-3 first hit into the second, it's natural, which is one of the best 13 frames that he's got. It is a
confirmable.
Yes. Yes.
Nasty.
Yes, it is. Which is very, very nasty. 13 frames. Shadow 20Z, FightingGM, 1-2-1.
Two gods of destruction. Not very many people have that rank right now, especially in North America. I think some of the ranks in some of the other parts of the world are faster or slower, but you know, there's lots of people, lots of sharks in the rank pool right now, but these guys, they shine up above one another. And once again, we're back into Coffee Land, seeing how many alpacas we can pack out of this stage.
Nice block on the full crash down for the floor. Oh, gets caught by the Hitman Stance 2 launcher. That puts Shadow all the way to the wall, forward 4-1. Hitman Stance up forward 4, unfortunately will not connect. Shadow 20Z able to tech roll out of there. Nice break out of the genetic grab here by Shadow. Just trying to wait patiently Tries to go for the G-Clef. First one, nice forward 2-1, and gets the wall splat as well. Beautiful patience there by FightingGM.
Great backdash right there. Just stopped anything that Shadow wanted to do. Obviously, Shadow wanted to do something to get himself in an advantageous position. That is a situation that happens to a lot of 12 frame mids when he goes into Hitman stance. It makes that homing move whiff, and then you can get a whole launcher off of it, as you just saw right there. But unfortunately, Shadow20Z couldn't get the wall break, but he gets it now.
This is gonna do a good amount of damage considering it was a float. Spends the heat dash, goes for the toe taps, goes for the axe kick, and gets the scissors. Shadow20Z cuts FightingGM's ankles and his knees as a natural counter hit. Gets the back 3-3 counter hit. No longer launches, but spikes him down. He's able to get an off the ground guaranteed afterwards.
Chopping down with the lows once again. FightingGM gonna go for some lows of his own. Gets a counter hit. Wasn't ready to get the pickup though. Except look at the life on Shadow20Z. It's already enraged, and he did. He actually let the third hit of the G-Clef cannon rip, even though if it was ducked, it spelled doom for FightingGM, and he's just knowing that Shadow20Z didn't think he was gonna do it. Got him that round.
Nobody expected that. Absolutely nobody did. Shadow20Z playing his patient game now, playing the waiting game. Back one, unfortunately no wall splat, but we'll get some damage out of it. Now FightingGM has no heat in hand. But we'll get the machine gun kicks, counter hit, and the pulse blade.
That was it. Shadow20Z maybe had the opportunity to get that whip punish, but he was sidewalking and didn't have the opportunity to pull the trigger. FightingGM just ready for Shadow to make a mistake. 15 seconds left. You know what time it is, Spirit. It's Shadow time.
Oh, yes!
That was it. He's got it. Shadow20Z is still alive.
Oh my gosh. The guts by Shadow20Z doesn't even need to fully release, but still. A warning shot into the potential shot. Here we go. While standing 2-3. Unfortunately, the heat smash will be able to get negated. He got negated.
FightingGM going for the Hitman stance transition. He's got the heat dash, and that gives him the ability to get full combo, back 3-3 pickup into all of that damage. Wall carry, didn't even need a wall combo because that full 4-3, the pulse kick, did so much damage. FightingGM is one game away from fighting KingReyJr. Now, we haven't seen KingReyJr versus FightingGM yet. I have a feeling that that's going to be one to watch if FightingGM can take one more game off of Shadow20Z.
Dude, you heard me cringe when that heat burst didn't connect. You heard me cringe.
It's happened multiple times tonight.
Gosh.
The wall standing 2-3 is extremely what's the word? It's sensitive.
It's consistent. It's
Distant.
inconsistent.
Yeah.
And it hurts me so much. It hurts. But regardless, GM is still able to close out the match, and shout out Shadow20Z. Time to take the walls out and make them even farther.
It's which is odd because, you know, he didn't die because of walls. He just got hit by lots of things, lots of counter hits, lots of pokes. Wow. He whiff punished. Now, it was a timing read, surely, but that was a huge damage right there that FightingGM took for whipping that back four.
Uh-oh. Heat dash, able to get the OG Tekken 7 Rage Drive, and closes it out. Shadow20Z taking it pretty convincingly on the first round of game number 3. Oh, it's game number 4.
Wow, Shadow
One more
so
time.
good at doing those instant running twos. Already, that's just doing, so heat will make the running two do even more chip damage than it already does, and you can see how that has affected FightingGM's recoverable health, but he gets this combo and took most of it back.
Pretty even hell. Gets the up forward 3 counter hit and gets the guaranteed string afterwards. 1-2-1+2 and the axe kick. Shadow20Z has turned up a whole different transmission now.
sir. Ooh, Fighting GM wanted to challenge there. Shadow 20Z uses the jab, trying to get Fighting GM to press something that he shouldn't be. Notice he's using the 12 frame in after those Hitman stance transitions a lot, and Shadow 20Z is dealing with this Fighting GM pressure quite well.
Just trying to build up a wall at the same time. Gets a float combo out of the forward 4-1. Drops out the combo here, but that's completely okay. Shadow 20Z opts out to spend the heat. He's looking very confident. 1+2 trying to catch Shadow 20Z stepping to his right.
Ooh, that was close to get the Magic 4 right there. Does get quite a bit of projectile damage, but the Heat Engager gave him all of that recoverable health back, and it's going to be a nail biter, folks. 5 seconds, the grab takes 2 of them, and there's nothing that you can do here. 37 damage heat smash, that's like nothing. Even if he got that heat smash, all of the damage, he wouldn't have been able to kill Shadow 20Z, and we got ourselves a final game.
Ooh. 2-2. Once again, we're going the distance, Tony. Oh, I'm stressed. I'm stressed. This match has been amazing.
Yeah.
But talk to me of the emotions that's going on between the players, between us, between the chat.
It's been a roller coaster. It's just been like seeing who has the momentum from game to game. I think the snowball potential of the mental stack that you can get in Tekken 8 is just more than we
Oh my gosh. The Leon Kennedy
combo got quite a bit of damage off of it to start off the round. Fighting GM will remember that when the next round starts.
That was one of the many kryptonites that got him killed from the first set they played against as well.
Dang, look at him just going around the back of Fighting GM, and because of that, takes huge damage, guaranteed stuff. He wanted the power crush, he wanted the armor, and Shadow says, why don't I take you for a ride?
We are playing a little bit of Capcom here with Leon Kennedy. Here comes Fighting GM, activating heat immediately, gets the counter hit, full crash down forward 4, up back 3 for the counter hit, but the fact is, Shadow 20Z's got Fighting GM up against the wall. Next to these energy drinks, he might need it to energize. Down forward 4-4, doesn't go for the heat dash, but we'll close it out with the Wasp-ending 3 Tsunami kicks.
So fast. Shadow had the wall, and then Fighting GM tech rolled, and just was able to get all of that momentum right back. Who's gonna start? Fighting GM approaches, does the down 3. Shadow 20Z says, get away from me, take some of these knees. Is he gonna get the heat burst? Yes, he is.
But this drops the combo.
But he misses the down 2. You have to micro dash after that, right?
Yes, you do. 2-1-3, no cigar there on the counter hit. Down jabs out of it, no break once again. Shadow 20Z still has deck in hand.
Got all of that heat. Chooses to go and start it up. Wow. Take this. Purge yourself of those evil thoughts. The thoughts of you taking a game from me. Shadow 20Z is on set point.
The hop kick turns it into a hope kick. The prayers have been answered, and Shadow 20Z continues to bless us with the grace of the low parry. All the way to the wall and ends it off.
Still got Starburst because he's in heat. Shadow 20Z doesn't go for the third hit of that string. Fighting GM has lots of recoverable health. He's got all the reason in the world to keep pressing, but Shadow 20Z knows that he can see it, he can smell the way that Fighting GM wants to come back on him. Sidewalks the 4-4-3, and Shadow 20Z takes it by being patient and getting ready for those reactions to whiff punish, and he's gonna go
to keep the crown.
Thinking that if Shadow can just get one round off of KingReyJr, all of the nerves will go away. If Shadow 20Z has nerves, if you've ever seen this man at a tournament, you know he's got ice in his veins. Speaking of which, KingReyJr finna put Shadow 20Z on ice if he's not careful here.
Woo! What a read on the low and gets the perfect punish out of there. Goes for the knee and beautiful step here by KingReyJr. Beautiful back three.
And trying to hop kick. And we're back to neutral right here. KingReyJr is doing really well at knowing exactly what strings to duck.
This is looking pretty good here for Shadow20Z.
I love the throw catching because both of these guys they're sidestepping so much in each other's faces. Shadow goes for the throw, which tracks a lot better now. That catches you aerial, charging up the Rage Art, which will make it do even more damage and seal the round for him.
The commentator's curse.
Round 2.
Shadow20Z, unfortunate, able to close that round, but it's not over yet. It is still the beginning. That one plus two, beautiful.
Jab whiff on that situation, and KingReyJr's in heat, but the heat is dwindling down during the combo, and Shadow is trying to do a couple of strings to make KingReyJr maybe try some sabakis and spend this heat in a way that he doesn't want to. There it is. The win event here. Almost got the pickup with a wall standing 1+2 there, but couldn't keep it. Shadow20Z goes for the heat burst, spends the starburst, and there's still plenty of meter left to go.
Beautiful step here, but also beautiful breaks by Shadow20Z. Gets the heat dash, and this is the first round he's going to record for him. Shadow20Z finally evening up the power level.
That was 10 rounds straight that KingReyJr had on Shadow20Z, and finally the streak has been broken, and still has the combo right here at the end. He didn't get the wall. KingReyJr trying to go for this positioning and have Shadow with his back to the wall, and Shadow literally steps into it. He says, it doesn't matter to me. I'll stick with my back to the wall because eventually I'll get this wall back, which he already has.
Just like that, too. Can't no counter hit there. 4-3, spends it down to Arc Blast, no cigar.
Ooh, no attempt to punish the dragon wheel kick right there. Maybe Claudio doesn't have a great option for punishing that long range button. Look at the way that KingReyJr is shimmying in front of Shadow. Both characters in rage. 12 seconds remaining. He tries for the down 1+2. That's the wrong one, brother. Shadow smelt it, and you're done, son.
What a read by Shadow! Doesn't finish the starburst, immediately blocks it down 1+2 and punishes the most optimal way he can and closes it. Shadow20Z is 2 rounds up. Oh no, he's gonna float it, and we're gonna possibly see a floor burst here. No, doesn't get all the way to the wall.
Gosh, that whiff, that was scary right there. Look at the way that Shadow just maneuvers himself to get away from the wall. Both of them at neutral spacing right now. Shadow20Z does not have the life to be able to take the rest of this combo. We're gonna see a floor burst. No! Oh my gosh, the hop kick spirit.
This is going to be huge for Shadow20Z, not just with damage, but he's also gaining enough health to make a difference. Sidestep for a counter hit. Back one, and we're closing it out. Shadow20Z gets the first blood in this grand final set.
So earlier, you asked me, what is KingReyJr known for? And we said sabaki. Also, I think what we've seen a lot of in the past few sets from KingReyJr, he has his back to a wall, he wants to power crush. He wants either a heat burst, he wants the forward 1+2, the exerciser, to get away and push back the opponent. Shadow20Z knew, got the sidestep 4 low, which counter hit and killed KingReyJr at the wall there. Great decision making.
Yeah, KingReyJr wants to get out of there fast. And what better way to do it, right? With his power crush, especially with exerciser. But Shadow20Z knows that.
Battle.
But will he continue to know that? There's a big difference, especially that he's in loser side. Grand final set. This is going to be a huge mountain to climb, but he's done it before. He's not a stranger to this environment. Nice block out of the wall standing 1-1.
It Yeah, the first hit of the wall standing one whiffed. So KingReyJr. was able to punish when the second hit also whiffed. And that is just so much damage for Shadow20Z to take already. Not to mention the fact that he's not going to get that wall explosion. But a good running 2 into Heat Engager will kind of soften the blow for him a little bit.
Oh, beautiful. Block and punish with the forward 2. I guess there's interaction as well with the extra damage. Nice back 4 there by KingReyJr. The homing catches Shadow moving. Guess another wall burst, and that could be all she wrote.
Ooh, yup. My back, my back. Hush up, old man. We got more rounds to play. That was great job. Again, KingReyJr. picks the stage because he knows his combo so well on it. Shadow is not going to get the wall explosion that's already been used over here, but doesn't need it. Huge damage in that combo.
Yikes. KingReyJr. immediate rage art. Wants none of it. None of it.
Yeah, Shadow went for the grab thinking the power crush was happening, but KingRey said, I've got a different kind of armor, something that your lows and your throws cannot beat, which is rage art. But he no longer has that rage, no longer has that 20% damage upgrade. Shadow is in heat.
Okay, he spends both Heat Smash, but still it's got the aura on deck. Shadow20Z no longer in heat as well. Dies down forward 2 with punish. And we're gonna close it off there. KingReyJr. 2 rounds up.
Solid stuff. Both of them had the install at the end. It was just a matter of time who was gonna get to use it. Shadow20Z comes right back, bounces, and 7 seconds in, KingReyJr. is out 50% of life. Even more.
Oh, that could be the whip punish, but opts up for the grab. But thankfully, KingReyJr. breaks out of it. The kid's still in it. The king is still in it. The crown is still on his head. Do not count him out.
Oh, look at Shadow's defense. Just like we were saying earlier, the unstoppable force versus the immovable object. And KingReyJr. says, oh, you're finna move. 3 rounds straight. And I'm sure Shadow20Z is trying to get off that stage.
Unfortunately, too much defense, too much pressure will break the wall down. KingReyJr. found an opening and exposed Shadow. 1-1. The way KingReyJr. did that was the absolute assistance from the wall burst. He picked that stage, and every single wall burst was in his favor. And ask what a stage select would do, right? That's what you gotta do. You gotta find your home court advantage. And KingReyJr. welcomed Shadow20Z to his home.
Absolutely. To the underground. Shadow20Z did win the first game though. So if it goes back and forth, he may get the last pick a stage. So he is in advantage right there. Goes for Yakushima. No close walls here, and says, let's play some of this infinite stage Tekken.
It's the closest thing we got. KingReyJr. unable to break out of the generic grab, but we'll get a down 1+2. Does not catch Shadow ducking out of the arc blast. But you gotta keep in mind here that the aura that KingReyJr. has in the palm of his hand is very dangerous, but so is his heat bound by Shadow20Z. Gets the tornado flip. Arm running 2 and gets the guaranteed.
Ooh, yeah, he spiked down with that. I gotta think that was guaranteed. Maybe KingReyJr. could have gotten up and blocking low because he was in a face up beat towards position, but Shadow20Z knew exactly what to do right there. Great job right there. And Shadow's already in heat.
Nice block out of the down back 3. Gets a good amount of guaranteed damage out of that spike. Ooh!
Dux was way too far away to get canned by that. And Shadow, 2 rounds straight already. Just the momentum is going back and forth. Big counter hit up forward 3 to start this out. And with a huge combo, KingReyJr. chooses not to go into heat though for this one.
Yeah, both of them are playing a little bit of a neutral here with the beautiful fundamentals by both of them. You can see how much they are stepping. You can see how much homing they're trying to use. and how minimal of their usage of the movesets that they got. Sidestep 4, he brings it down 4-3, and while running 4 for Shadow.
Ooh, that was close. KingReyJr wanted that whip punish, but he stopped himself just in time. Both characters have just about the same amount of health, and Shadow20Z using that backdash so well, making KingReyJr try to rush him down. KingReyJr immediately spends all of his heat already and gets floated. Oh my gosh, that was a heart stopper, a showstopper even. We were on bated breath. KingReyJr kept it clutch, kept his defenses together, and got that round on the board.
I couldn't say anything of what was going on. There was just... silence is golden, folks. Silence is golden, but the Starburst will explode there. But the wall standing 3+4 by KingReyJr, able to scout out the Superman punch. And evens up the health immediately. Shadow20Z's got a good amount of health, spends the Beyblade spin, and gets a good chunk out of the heat. And still gets a tornado flip after that one. That combo was sick, but that whip punish was better. The Tooth Fairy answers KingReyJr's wish and grants the gold. Tornado flip for himself.
A lot of recoverable health back right now.
That's gonna recover all of it.
Rage art.
Yep. Damn, what a combo by both of them.
Shadow's in rage now though. Rage art of his own on deck. These guys are doing such, like KingReyJr using that forward back shimmy motion. It's so well. Honestly, that throw was a great idea because it's like, he's gonna do the power crush. He did. He tried to do the power crush, even though Shadow keeps throwing throws at him. And KingReyJr's like, I'm gonna do it. It doesn't matter. I know you wanted to stop me from doing it. Shadow takes the game though, because he stayed true to his game plan, not letting KingReyJr get any momentum back. Just kept him in the spacing where Junior was not as comfortable.
Oh man, does these last second moments, so far 2 out of 3 of those rounds went to the distance. Sorry, not 2 out of 3. 4 out of 6 of those rounds went to run out the time, and both of them were in crucial health. And Shadow20Z, what does he do? Just stands there and looks at him. just looks at him. Tries to do a grab fake and goes for the mid with the back 3. But now we're back here in Arena Underground, and we saw what happened on 2 games ago, and Shadow20Z deny it and reset the bracket.
Wow, it's looking pretty good for him right now. He got so much knockdowns and combos already in this first round, but KingReyJr has got the wind on his side. Doesn't even have heat started up yet. Shadow20Z says it's going to be his turn to start first.
Spends the aura, gets the arc blast, but drops the combo. Gets the heat smash again, and tries to go for the mix. And the down back 3 counter hit catches Shadow20Z's step in and slips him away.
KingReyJr is not trying to make this go to reset. He's got school in the morning. KingReyJr almost got hit by the Magic 4 combo, but Shadow20 did not commit. And for that, you must die.
The first wall burst of the set. Tries to go for no blockable, but cancels out. Back 3 counter hit, gets the OTG off the end. Runs up.
Immediate heat burst. KingReyJr did not get the down 4-1-2 ducked. Lucky for him. And this is going to do a chunk of damage. Are we going to see? Oh, yeah. Unscaled off of the end of that after the spike. KingReyJr 1 round away from tying it up.
Nice punish out of the string. He didn't finish it, but he won the challenge. It gets a 12 frame out of that one. All the way to the wall.
No wall explosion though, but does get the install.
Shadow20Z is in hazard area, on rage already. We're gonna get spin and gets the back one with a tornado flip.
Shadow did a great job sidestepping in the middle of that combo to sidestep a line. great heat burst. That honestly, that probably was a true punish for back three, the Dragon Wheel Kick in that situation. And KingReyJr goes for the tried and true 3 rounds straight of their own, tied up. King Ray wants this tournament and he wants it now.
2-2. Once again, we are in the edge of our seats. We are clenching. Shadow 20Z's got one more chance to reset the bracket and to possibly kill the momentum of KingReyJr.
He does have the stage pick. He's got the ability. KingReyJr so far has only gotten his wins in this set on Arena Underground, on his own stage pick. And if he goes back to Yakushima, no, he goes for Coliseum of Fate, but
that's
equally
okay.
large stage. That is going to make KingReyJr not get his big wall explosion combos here. So we shall see. Will Shadow 20Z reset, or will KingReyJr take it all right now?
We're playing in the dirt here, folks. Chat. We need more energy from all of you. Do you guys want KingReyJr or do you guys want Shadow 20Z? It's the time to give them their support now.
Look at how much they're using the small tools to stop one another from stepping. KingReyJr using the generic down 4 quite a bit here. Doesn't want Shadow 20Z moving as much as he is. Using a lot of these big tracking and homing moves as well. Just wanting Shadow to sit down.
Okay, there we go. Catches KingReyJr, just press it and gets the counter hit throw as well. Shadow 20Z spends on heat, able to get the chip damage now. Spends the heat dash, no break out of the 1+2. Shadow 20Z takes the lead now.
If you're pressing anything on that slub, on that situation after heat dashes, you are definitely in a situation where you're probably going to get thrown and counter hit as well. Great job from Shadow 20Z. And immediately gets the heat engager. KingReyJr is on a tear with these down 1+2s.
Ooh, and the 1+2, the arc blast catching off the air. And the aura gets the screw afterward, and he still has the tornado flip, but he spins out the heat dash, and we're going to go for unscaled goal. 1-2-1.
That was a tight combo right there. KingReyJr definitely needed the unscaled damage on the end of it to get everything. Gets the install on the end of his combo, and Shadow 20Z going for the back one, trying to get KingReyJr off of him, but KingReyJr will not stop the pressure.
Oh, I thought that was 4-2. I thought that was Tooth Fairy. Beautiful step by Junior!
Forward back into sidestep just when Shadow wanted to do the running knee. That was textbook.
Guys, this is tournament point for KingReyJr. One possible outcome left for Junior, and he wants it now. Can opening Shadow 20Z up. Spends the heat bound. He goes for the unblockable. Yes, he is. Puts Shadow 20Z on heat. And puts the heat dash as well. Now Shadow 20Z is going to try to grab him out of there. Possibly get some health back, but not so much. He's in a very precarious position, but beautiful duck and punish with the wall standing too. Shadow 20Z is staying alive.
Sir, but he gets flipped and tech rolled. Shadow could not keep the pressure up even after his combo. Down 1+2, we saw it many times during that last game, and it sealed the deal for KingReyJr, winning his 5th tournament of this week in a row. Takes Tampa Never Sleep's 325-man bracket for his own.